Alright, hello everyone! Welcome back to Genshin Impact. Welcome back to Fontaine. And we've been to so many different nations on our journey. But Snezhnaya is going to be coming up soon. And so, I'm planning to do... This is not really a mini-series, but I guess it's a mini-series. We're going to be doing some story quest catch-up! Yay! The few story quests, I took a lot of breaks from Genshin over the last couple years. So, long story short, there's a lot of story quests here. Like 5 regular story quests, and then also 6 Tribal Chronicles. So that's 11 story quests I haven't done yet. And I wasn't sure if I was gonna ever do them, or if I did, if I would do them on video. But I'm like, nah, let's just do them all for the lead up to Snezhnaya. So that's what we're gonna do. Now, we have a lot of story quest content to get through in order to finish all of these before time for the Snezhnaya update. So, without further ado, before we get too behind here, let's get started. And today we're gonna be starting with, ta-da, Clorinde's story quest, Silent Night. Most of these, I don't remember what the story quests... I mean, usually I don't know what the story quests are about even before they happen. But often I have, like, some idea from, like, the trailer. None of these, like, I don't really remember. Well, I remember Farina and Linny and Navia were in it.
Huh? Do you also see Navia and Clorinde over there? They look like they might have run into some kind of trouble. Let's go check out what's going on.
Alright, let's get started. Here we go. Catch up episode 1.
Still no dice?
Not at all. And I've asked pretty much everyone in the court of Fontaine already. Lynette's ears
About
drooped
what?
as soon as she heard that we'd have to be out and about for days on end. And Fremine, he hid himself under his helmet as soon as he realized there'd be people around that he didn't know.
What about Chiori and Charlotte? I feel like both of them would be more than up to it.
I've asked them already, but they're both pretty busy right now. I just gave the members of the Spina a few days off, too, so I don't want to bother them either.
This is getting pretty difficult.
Well, there's somebody you haven't asked
What's up?
for whatever it is that you're doing.
Oh my. Well, if it isn't my dear partners, how are you all doing?
Huh. Navia?
You found a person
Oh, you mean...
for
Yep,
whatever you need
this
to
is
do.
our chance.
What are you gonna do? We were just passing
Do
through.
you need our help with something?
Oh, precisely. My dear partners, we've got a huge problem right now that only you can solve.
Oh,
For
okay.
real?
Yeah, for real?
Absolutely. We've already exhausted all our other options.
What kind of problem? Tell me about it.
Traveler, Paimon, would you join us and play Marechaussee Hunter Judgment Day?
What?
Marechaussee what now?
It's a new game script by the Tabletop Troupe, a local roleplay adventure club.
Ever heard of the Tabletop Troupe? They put out games that allow you to participate in a story and roleplay characters with your friends.
Oh,
I've loved their stuff ever since I was a kid.
The Dungeons and
Super
Dragons group.
interesting.
Clorinde and I are both veteran members of the club. Recently, someone came up with a new script and was looking for people to help playtest it for them. And when they asked, of course I couldn't refuse. I mean, come on! A brand new script? Nobody has ever played it before.
Generally speaking, scripts at that level of development have a lot of issues, but I think this one is pretty solid. The author obviously put a lot of work into the story, and the world building is also quite credible.
That's
Whoa,
good to
whoa,
hear.
I know I was the one that handed you the script, but some of us haven't read it yet. No spoilers, please.
Anyway, the script calls for a team of 4. Ah, yes. We're
Oh,
missing
so
one final player
Clorinde
right
is like
now.
the dungeon master. And then we need a team of 4 to actually play the game, right?
So,
That's a big
you're
problem.
saying you'll help us out? I knew I could count on you, partner.
Paimon and the Traveler are kind of a package deal. Is that okay?
You can join my team,
That's not a
Paimon.
problem. I'll adjust the pace based on the actual number of players and ensure that everyone has a good time.
Ooh, okay.
Well, Traveler, what do you think? Wanna play? Paimon will follow your lead.
I always help a friend in need. Count me in for a great script. Yeah, that's us. We love a good story on this channel, don't we?
Well, that solves our problem. You have our thanks.
Woohoo! I'll go grab the script manager from the club right away.
The script manager? Didn't you just say that you gave Clorinde the script?
The club introduced a completely new kind of gameplay for the script. In this iteration, the Game Master's version of the script is incomplete. The script manager provides the next part of the script only after players have completed the current list of objectives.
Oh, so the Dungeon
On
Master
top of
doesn't
that,
even, like...
in order to increase player immersion,
Yeah.
the club has created some of the story's sets and scenes in real life.
Whoa.
We'll only know where we should go
So
once
it's
the
an
script manager
immersive-
reveals the starting location.
Oh, you're right.
It's an
Whoever
immersive
wrote this
D&D
script really
experience.
did
I've
put
never
in a
actually
lot
done
of work.
D&D myself.
And
I don't
it's got
actually
a real healthy
know what
amount
it's
of
like.
suspense, right? I mean, even the GM doesn't know how the story will end.
I know it's a
I look
GM,
forward
not
to
a
experiencing
DM.
it with you all.
Why don't you go meet up with the others first? They should all be waiting at Chioria Boutique. I'll come over with the script manager as soon as I find them.
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
Remember to always watch where you're going, and don't rush.
You say that like I'm 6 years old or
Oh,
something.
I'm glad Clorinde and Navia could still be friends after
Let
everything
me think.
that happened
What
between
kind
them
of
before.
character should I play this time?
I just hope you'll pick up some useful skills this time. Oh, and stop trying to persuade every animal you come across.
Aww. Rapperia Chapter Act 1 Silent Night. Oh, Judgment Day. Yeah, but the other's a Chioria Boutique. Alright. It's over here. Oh, Minnie, Farina! Hello, our dramatic friends.
Sorry to keep you waiting.
Of course.
You're back!
And you've got the Traveler and Paimon with you too!
Our friends who love performing and being on stage, of course, signed up for this.
What a pleasant surprise. I assume you'll be joining us for the game then?
Linny, Farina! Paimon didn't know you were playing too. Are you also members of the tabletop troupe?
Hey, you two.
I'm more of a casual member, if anything. I haven't taken part in many formal club activities. Lynette Fremine and I play something similar at the Hotel Bouffe Tété sometimes, but I'm usually the GM. Still, I'm sure it'll be fun being a player for the first time. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not a member of the club at all. Clorinde simply woke me up first thing this morning, said there was a good script worth experiencing, and asked if I wanted in.
If you're
And of
interested,
course,
I can
Farina's
give you
all
a
about
referral.
trying new things.
That should give you a
as a
40%
human
discount on membership
instead of an
fees.
Archon.
I think I'll wait to see how this experience
Yeah, this is
plays
a
out
good
first,
sampler,
especially
right?
when it comes to the quality of the script. If it's sufficiently fun, then I'll join.
Do you participate in a lot of tabletop troupe activities, Clorinde?
You could say that. She's actually one of the few senior game masters of the troupe.
Whoa, so you're in
right.
the upper
I knew
echelons
about that
of
even
the
when she was
group.
still my subordinate.
It's nothing. Really, just a small hobby of mine.
Alright, yeah, we all love our hobbies. The hobbies are important to us. This is my hobby, so yeah.
Wow.
It's
So
really
used to
fun.
seeing you be all upstanding and intimidating as the champion duelist. It's kind of hard to imagine you role-playing with a bunch of friends.
It's really fun, like when you are, you know, hanging out with a different group of friends or at work or school or something, and then you find people with the same interests as you. And you're like, whoa, you like that too? That's such an amazing feeling. I feel like I've gotten that a lot with Genshin Impact. I've gotten it not so much with Splatoon, but I get it a lot from Pokemon. But you know, anyway, it's so much fun when you find someone else that happens to be like, well, no way, you play the same thing too? If we have a problem with the rules, do we just submit a duel request to you?
Surely you jest. I
No
would
dying
never
here.
intentionally make things difficult for my players. I maintain a clear boundary between my professional and personal lives. The me you see at court represents the law and order of Fontaine. I put all personal feelings to the side and grant a fair duel to all who seek to defend their honor. But in my personal life, I'm just an ordinary person. Someone who feels anger and sadness, just like everyone else.
Well, you say that, but for all the time I've known you, I don't think I've ever seen you cry. I've seen you get angry, sure, but now I'm wondering whether you were actually mad or if it just looked that way from the outside.
I was probably in work mode during
Yeah.
those times.
Well, you would have been in
So-
work mode when you hung
Well,
out with
in
Clorinde
any
before
case,
this.
I just feel like even in your personal life, you don't get emotional very often.
Although Clorinde hasn't seen
So
a
you
huge
want
amount
to
of
see
her
me cry? That might be a
her
little
personal
difficult.
life compared to the
A
amount
show
of
of
time she's
anger,
probably seen her
though.
in work life.
That might be something I could accomplish.
Ooh.
No, that's not what I meant.
Intimidating. Alright. Well, we are gonna be playing up the scene soon, so we a good place to put all
I'm
the
back.
emotions on display.
Allow me to introduce you to the script manager, Mr. Florian.
Hello.
Pleasure to meet you all.
Pleasure is mine.
Wait, are you a champion duelist too, Mr. Florian?
That's true,
No,
you
no.
also.
This is just the costume
Oh,
provided by the
okay.
club.
I was like, you also
I
a
occasionally
saber.
play a few of the roles in my scripts.
His
sounds
eyes
like
are
a lot of
so magenta.
It's nothing.
They're like neon
It's the least
colored.
we can do to give the players a more immersive experience. Anyway, allow me to give you a brief introduction of the script. This script was adapted from the real history of the Marushose hunters. You all will play the role of hunters from a bygone era and resolve a series of events unfolding in the capital.
Okay.
Paimon's not super familiar with the history of the Marashose hunters. Is that a problem?
Oh, no problem at all. I can give you a brief rundown.
Yeah, catch up
So,
Paimon on the
basically,
lore.
Marushose hunters were people who dedicated themselves to hunting monsters and protecting the city by using a special swordsmanship technique passed down over generations. Their story can be traced back to the ancient Remurian dynasty, as well as the first hunter, Cassiodor.
Cassiodor, that's the dude whose name I was trying to remember back in the Temple of Space. Isn't it great to play all these quests out of order? Cassiodor, Arrhenius, Egeria. Those are the three cats slash dogs, right?
But I'll leave the finer details for you to seek out and discover later.
Alright, sounds good.
And I'll provide additional commentary as the story progresses.
In that case, brave hunters, are you ready to set out on an unknown adventure?
Yeah.
Whoa, just one sentence and it's like we're in the story already.
So immersive.
Aha, I see many a determined gaze before me. Very well, head over to this location and begin your heroic journey.
So, as we follow the story, it leads us to specific scenes? Ooh, sounds pretty innovative. What does the message in the envelope say?
It's the exact location of the scene, as well as the formal permission to use the venue.
Whoa, they've planned
Seems like they have everything prepared.
Yeah.
Please check all your belongings, everyone, and make sure you haven't forgotten anything. Once you're ready, please follow me to the designated location.
Sounds good. Hunter Squad, move out!
Yay! I like how Karina also does the little clap too. Judgment Day. So, no, but this sounds really cool because like, it's like we're going to be learning. Often in these story quests, we learn the history of different entities and places through like some really sad backstory. And you know, not to say that couldn't still happen, but it's in the setting of it's like a Dungeons and Dragons thing. It's like a play. It's us reenacting the things, which to a certain degree, you know, there's an element of fun to it because, well, it's not something presently happening in real time. It's something that's happened before, and we get to enjoy reliving it with our friends. But yeah, playing this, just coming right off of exploring the Temple of Space and seeing like the areas, like capturing the Remurian, the things from Remoria and the days of old. Yeah, I believe the Marushose hunters would later become what is Shivers' thing? Not okay, the security patrol, but I think that the Marushose, they're not hunters though. The Marushose, what's the word I'm looking for? You know, like the guards that are... that guard the Palais Mermonia. What do they call the Marechaussee? Marechaussee? Something, but they're not the Marechaussee Hunters, but they were originally the Marechaussee Hunters. That's what I remember. Nice little stage we got here.
Whoa. They really have thought of everything.
Yeah.
Even the Fatometer is here and ready to go for us.
Fatometer?
The Fatometer. What's that?
What's that?
It's a card that's used to determine action success or failure. We'll need to use it when we try to use certain skills.
And what about all the dessert and tea? Is that for us as well?
That's what the
Ooh.
message said.
Oh my gosh, free
Really?
stuff!
That's so nice. It feels just like a tea party with friends.
Exactly.
Those snacks
It's
have
free
Paimon's
food.
name written all over them.
Share them with Farina, Paimon.
I think you might be more of a snack hunter than a Marechaussee hunter, Paimon.
Snack Hunter Paimon reported for duty. If there are delicious snacks to be found, Paimon will track down every last one.
The desserts are great. But I'm still looking forward to the story more than anything.
Me too, we love a good story.
Very fair. Then, let us begin.
Okay.
First, please pick up the
Oh
blank
my gosh,
character
the
cards in front
crab!
of you, and write down your name and profession.
The crab! I don't think the crab
You
is
can
supposed to be
find
part
an
of the
abbreviated
scene.
version of the rules printed on the back of your character card. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me. In this story, everyone is a Marechaussee hunter. To reflect this, the club has prepared a small badge for everyone.
Whoa, this is some really fancy
nice.
stuff.
As hunters, you have proficiency in
More than
swordsmanship
just a
and
little
fighting
board
by
game
default,
here.
so there's no need to allocate any additional skill points to those areas.
Swordsmanship? So there's a fighting part to all of this? Paimon's not sure she can do all that on her own.
Well,
Maybe
I'm
Paimon
assuming
can
it's not
stick with
supposed to be real fighting, right?
Why don't you share a character card then? The Traveler will be the Marechaussee hunter, and you can be his little floating assistant.
Huh. Kinda like in real life.
The crab!
So, for the
Can't believe the
name,
crab is stealing
do
the
I
show.
fill it out with the name of my character?
Yep, it can be any name you like.
You can use your real name too if you want. I do that whenever I get too lazy to think of a new
Oh, the
name.
crab here, the crab eating,
Oh,
drinking the tea back
so
there.
it would be like experiencing a different life, but still as
Yeah.
yourself.
Like being an actor, exactly.
That's not a bad idea.
But for fun.
In that case, I think I'll continue to use the name Linny then.
Next up is the skill sheet. You have a limited amount of skill points that you can use to learn a number of skills. The more points you invest in a particular skill, the easier it will be to pass associated checks.
I'll take persuasion and investigation. Those are must-haves when it comes to missions like these.
Oh, those skills sound like they'd be useful for gathering intelligence. Good idea, Navia. Just as expected of a veteran player.
So, should we also take those skills then?
Not necessarily.
Depends how I want to
Since
play
we're working
the
together
game.
as
Yeah,
a
and
team,
the team should
we
all
could
have
leave the
different strengths.
negotiations to Navia and use our skill points to pick up other useful skills. For example, I think I'll take stealth and sleight of hand. That will give us more options if we run into any situations we can't negotiate our way out of.
I think the crab is stuck.
Interesting. I wasn't thinking about it
The
like
crab
that.
can't make its
I
escape.
suppose it's not so different from an acting troupe. Everyone has their own role to play. Let me
Exactly.
see. I'll take arts and performance. I'm not quite sure what use they'll be, but I'm not as knowledgeable about the other skills, and I am not too confident I'd be able to roleplay them well.
Aw.
Well, that leaves us. What do you want to learn, Traveler?
It's okay, Farina. It's true, she spent her whole life doing arts and performance. But it's just a game. You could definitely learn the other skills too. But anyway, let's learn insight.
Oh, something that'll help you get a read on other people's thoughts. Sounds useful.
Cooking?
Ha! Gotta say, this suits really well. Nothing boosts morale like good food.
Paimon
So what
loves.
do you think? Are you sure you want to learn these two skills?
Yeah, we don't need medicine. We don't need healers, right? I'm sure it will be fine. As the chef, we can heal up people, right? That should work. I'm sure.
Let's see. Oh, looks like you each have enough points to choose one final skill.
Oh, okay.
You all pick such classic skills. It's fine to go a little bit out of the box, you know.
Why do I get the feeling she's getting ready to cause trouble?
For example, this one here. Summon. Doesn't it sound
Oh.
super mysterious and cool?
You could have a partner
I
just
saw that
like
one just now as
Paimon.
well. The description says this skill can be used under certain circumstances to summon characters or
This poor
creatures
crab.
that fit the
It wants to
script's
get off of that little
world-building
chess
rules.
piece, but it can't.
The script's world-building rules, huh? But how are we supposed to know what a Marashose hunter can summon?
Oh, that's not for us to worry about, my friend. Just learn the skills that interest you, and the GM will take care of the rest.
Hopefully, yeah.
Alright, you've convinced Paimon.
Yeah, sure,
then.
Clorinde.
Paimon
She's
can't
trying
wait
thinking
to see
to
what kind
herself.
of thing shows up.
What would they summon?
Well, now that
I'm
everyone's
thinking
more or
maybe one
less
of those
finished creating
Memorian
their
rock
characters,
soldier guys.
we can begin. Since 2 of our players are doing this for the first time, though, let me ask. Would you like to play on easy mode or authentic mode?
Do I get a real
What's
choice?
the difference between the two?
Yeah.
Well, in role-playing games, the story sometimes changes based on the decisions of the players and the results of the Fatometer. For example, if you fail a check, that means you cannot use the target skill in that scenario. A critical failure may even result in further negative consequences. If you choose to play in authentic mode, every time you elect to use a skill, you'll need to use the Fatometer to see whether you succeed or fail, and face any consequences that may follow.
I wonder.
If you choose easy mode instead,
Wait, are we actually gonna
every
choose
check will
easy
be
or?
successful by default.
Are we
and
actually
you won't have to
getting
worry
to
about
choose?
luck playing
I'm
a
wondering
factor.
how many different pathways did they program into this? The random checks. Okay.
Given that I'd like to focus on the story, I suppose I should pick easy mode.
I think you want to pick
feel
easy
bad
mode
if I brought
too.
the team down by
I mean,
failing my checks.
But I'm just more curious,
Huh?
like.
Oh, come on. Don't worry about that. RNG is the lifeblood
Do we actually
of
have to
role-playing games.
pick? Because if
I'm
so,
going with
they
authentic
probably
mode for
programmed so
sure.
many different like
Never knowing what you might
branching
have to
possibilities of
overcome.
how this D&D campaign will
Doesn't that
go.
sound exciting?
I'd rather be mentally prepared for what might happen.
All right, then I'll mark down Farina for easy mode. All her checks will be successful by default. As usual, Navia and Linny will play on authentic mode.
What about you, dear partner? How would you like to play?
I feel like I should pick easy, but this will be a more interesting video. It will be a lot funnier if I pick authentic, because things can go wrong, and that's funny. Let's go
Are you
authentic.
sure?
Yeah. What's the worst that could possibly happen? It's just a game, right? They can't actually hurt you, which way, whether fate goes wrong in the game, right? Right?
Trust me, you'll see the beauty of RNG. Honestly, I don't think Clorinde would make things too difficult for us, no matter what the Fatometer says. Isn't that right, Clorinde?
No promises.
No
That
promises.
wasn't super reassuring.
Well, anyway, enough talk. Let's get started. I want to experience at least a good chunk of the story today.
Speaking of the story, why is the beginning scene on a beach?
Well, that's
Good
because
question. We're about to find
a
out.
long time ago, back when
Oh,
human
there we go.
civilization
The
was
cool
still
little
in its
artworks.
infancy, powerful demons and evil sorcerers ruled over the land. They created a host of monsters and sent them to slaughter all humans in existence.
No.
Soon, a group of human rebels
That must have
banded
been the
together.
Remorians.
With their swords raised, they swore to brave the darkness, and in doing so, subdue each and every monster that sought their destruction. They became known as the Marashose Hunters.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. I love we have little Marshall-say hunter hats. They're so immersive. Whoa,
Sometime later,
is that
as a member of the Marashose
Mondstadt?
Hunters,
We're recycling
you
the
receive a
Mondstadt
commission.
map.
Following the address provided on the message, you take a boat and arrive at this strange city. As you inhale, you can taste the slightly salty air of the docks as you begin to survey your surroundings. There aren't many people in the vicinity, but you do take note of a few others who, like you, seem to be sizing up this place.
Okay.
Your eyes meet, and you realize these people are fellow Marashose hunters,
Whoa.
likely led to this location
We
after
have made
receiving the
friends
same
here.
commission as you.
You're all
team.
Marashose hunters too, right? Allow me to introduce myself. The name's
I love the
Navia,
cute little
monster
custom
hunter
artworks
by
they
trade
do for
and
the
helpful neighborhood
D&D stuff.
businesswoman on the side.
This and also the
What say
anecdote.
you to traveling together? We can help each other out on the road.
Okay, count me in.
Oh, I like
My
Winnie's.
name is Linny. I've been wandering since I was little and picked up a few less than legal tricks along the way. I was adopted by a Marashose hunter and later chose to follow in his footsteps.
Is this where you introduce your character to everyone? It sounds like they've done this dozens of times.
Honestly, I feel just like Farina. Like, I'm really... That's the thing, though. I mean, she was forced to do this for hundreds of years, even though it doesn't come naturally to her. But I am so bad with improv. If you tell me right now, boom, you're in a scenario. This is the setting. This is you. Introduce yourself. I probably can't, like... I can't come up with the... I'm like, hi. I get really nervous. Like, I can't think of anything on the spot. So I totally relate.
My name is Farina.
But
and,
thankfully Farina is kind of a
I grew up
practiced
in a
pro
noble
at this.
family. I always had a strong interest in performance and the arts. Even though I'm a Marashose hunter, what I really want is to be a performing artiste.
Hey, that's really cool.
Yeah,
You can do it, Farina. That's exactly how it's done.
that's right.
Paimon is Paimon, a good friend and companion to this Marashose hunter right here.
Oh, it's so cute.
I've been studying the culinary arts since I was a child. I hope my delicious food can help boost
I
people's
see.
spirits.
Like the chef.
That's wonderful. I'll be looking forward to your cooking during our adventures together.
Well, if we're all here for the same commission, why don't we take some time to confirm what we need to do?
You open your envelopes at the same time. The message reads, "To the honorable and trustworthy Marashose hunters, our kingdom is currently facing a grave crisis. The lands outside the capital have been overtaken by monsters, and our people are being led astray by forces of wickedness. We beseech you, please help us resolve this crisis and return peace and stability to our home."
Huh. The layout of this city looks super familiar. It kind of reminds Paimon of Mondstadt.
I'm glad that I'm not the
Script
only
writer
one
must
who
have
noticed
used
that.
a real-world city as a reference when coming up with the map.
Recycle real life.
As experienced hunters, the layout of the city reminds you of places once traveled. You recall the sight of tree-lined streets and the gentle tranquility of days gone by.
This is what is so cool to me about Dungeons and Dragons and, you know, Dungeon Masters, is like, I love coming up with stories, but how do you just, that's amazing to me how you can just come up with the continuity of the story on the spot based on, like, the responses of how the other players are playing the game. Like, it means, like, you have to be able to adapt quickly. Once again, I just can't improv very much. I'm a very, like, structured, I, like, plan out everything kind of thing, and all my stories is, anytime I've written a story ever, it's just been, I just sit there and ponder it and put all the puzzle pieces together in my head and then take some notes and then lay it out. I've never really written a full story. I did like short stories a bit for a while and like fan fiction, but it's really amazing to me the way that Dungeon Master can just adapt to whatever the players, kind of the players' inputs in real time. Like, that's really cool.
Yet, as you regard the city in front of you, it appears to be little more than an empty shell. Its hollow gates are open to you, beckoning you to come forth and bring salvation back to the town.
I carefully read every line of the letter and turn my attention to the signatures at the bottom. Who issued this commission to us?
You see a long string of unfamiliar names. It would seem that many of the residents of the city issued this commission together. They sensed that things were not right within the kingdom and sent a distress signal to the outside world.
Ah, I see.
In that case, why don't we take a walk around
I
the
love
city
that she's a
and see if we can
performer
learn
still.
anything from the local residents?
Everyone's outfits are so cute.
Good idea. We might be able to get some leads on the monsters and bad guys we're after.
Alright, skip
You
scene.
look up and see a tavern nearby. It appears
Ooh,
to be open
we
for
know
the day.
this
Why
tavern.
don't we go check out that tavern? If the novels I've read are anything to go by, taverns are usually full of information.
That's true. That's often where we go for intel too.
As you approach the tavern, you find a plainly dressed woman standing nearby. She appears to be rather troubled about something.
Oh. And what could that be?
Greetings, friend. Lovely weather we're having today,
Oh,
don't you think?
Clorinde's sitting there just to have like a model
Oh,
be there.
hello. I suppose you're right. The
Yeah.
weather today is quite lovely. If only those monsters out there would stop causing trouble.
Oh no,
It seems like
monsters.
every character included in the script has a certain amount of useful information to offer.
Yeah.
If we keep asking
The
questions,
NPCs, you have to
we
coax
might
the
be able to
dialogue
get
out of
some good
them.
leads.
Oh, come now. Don't be sad. Life is all about optimism. Oh, that reminds me. What did you have for breakfast this morning?
Huh?
Is that
I don't think that's
is
the
that
kind
gonna
of
help us
question
get
we're
intel
supposed to
about the
ask.
monsters?
Nothing turns a frown upside down like good food. How about some macarons? I could
Wait,
make you
hold
some.
on, Navia. I'm the
You
chef
can
around
take
here.
Cooking as one of your skill proficiencies.
Yeah, if Farina is a newbie,
That's
she even
not
knows like.
necessary, miss. Excuse me for saying this, but you don't really look like a chef. Besides, I'm not really a fan of sweets.
So you're someone who barely smiles and doesn't like sweets. You're really starting to remind me of this one friend of mine.
Okay, what is all of this? Oh,
Hey, did she just... Me?
Clorinde must have broke character for a second.
This isn't getting us anywhere. Traveler, maybe you can
yeah,
think
we're
of
not
something.
getting any intel about the monsters here. I'd like to do an insight check to see what's troubling
The
her.
results of insight checks aren't disclosed to the players, so I'll be the one consulting the photometer.
Oh, okay. How to use insight to discern their thoughts? Check complete.
You recall all the lessons you've learned in your time and begin to carefully observe
So is that
the woman's
successful or
mannerisms.
no? I guess we don't
You
know.
notice that when she's quiet, she has an empty look in her eyes, as if her thoughts have drifted to a place far, far away. And when she speaks, she often subconsciously reaches out to touch the ring on her left
Oh,
hand.
that one, that last line is an important detail. Did something happen to your husband?
So you noticed. That's a little embarrassing. A horde of monsters suddenly appeared near the capital recently, so all the guards were dispatched to fight them.
Do you remember when those monsters appeared?
I'm not completely sure. All I know is that my husband was dispatched to fight them 3 days ago.
Do you know where he was sent?
It all happened so fast. When we said our goodbyes, he couldn't even tell me where they were sending him.
You have our thanks, friend. We'll find and defeat those monsters as soon as possible. We sincerely hope your husband will be able to return to your side soon.
Yeah. Alright.
Thank
well,
you.
we managed to get some intel there.
Don't worry. We'll find him. Just try to remain optimistic and wait for good news. We don't always get to choose what happens to us, But we do get to choose the little things, like what we eat and how we respond to the things life throws our way. I hope that one day, you too will recognize the power of something as small and inconsequential as a delicious dessert.
Still talking about
I'll
the
do
dessert.
my best. You bid farewell to the woman, and
It's
continue
good
your
advice,
journeys
but
further
she
into
is
the
just
city.
an NPC in a D&D campaign. But maybe Navia means to actually say that to Clorinde more than anything.
As you venture further into the city, the streets appear largely empty. An elderly woman walks past. You see her shake her head as she puts away her wrinkled wallet. A nearby merchant folds his arms and gives you a disdainful look. You get the impression that he's someone who has long gotten used to the sight before him.
Okay. Intimidating face, what's
he
up?
doesn't seem very friendly, merchants are usually a good source of information, right?
Yeah, I mean, I
Pardon
think
me,
about
sir.
Lieben.
I'd like to ask a question if I may.
Lieben gives us so
That
much intel.
depends. How much are you willing to pay?
How about this much?
She's like me trying to do the voice impressions.
What do you take me for?
Some lowly beggar.
You can't even buy half an onion with that amount.
Trying to do
Surely an onion can't
male
be that
NPC
expensive,
impressions.
right?
What do you know? War is nearly upon us. Everything costs several times what it did before. If you're not gonna buy anything, then scram.
Whoa, what a nasty guy. Maybe we shouldn't even bother talking to him.
Well,
But he still might have
clearly
the
they
information
put
we
this
need.
NPC in the
Traveler,
story,
can
so
you
we
think of
must have something where we need to get out of the interaction with him. Let's see. Persuade him, Navia. Linny, you're up for gonna put on a performance. Let's do persuasion.
Sir, we came to this city to solve the very problem you seem to be referring to. The war you mentioned, would it happen to be against the monsters outside the city? If you happen to be well informed and know a thing or two about what's going on, we'd appreciate it if you could share that information with us. After all, the sooner this problem gets resolved, the easier it will be for you to do your business.
Yeah. I guess that it is important to have, if you have the persuasion skill to be good at persuading, if you have the performance skill to be good at performing. So even though it's just a game, it is useful for you to be able to have those skills yourself, because then you can better improv the character. See, I've never actually played D&D myself, so I don't... It's all this is kind of coming to me as we go, but this is kind of fun.
Well, things are basically as you said, young lady. Those monsters are camped outside the city, and they've been destroying all our trade routes. We have limited reserves within the city, so if this continues, we're all gonna be in big trouble.
Wait, you're saying no one has put a plan in place to distribute supplies or maintain order?
We could all starve, and those nobles in the palace wouldn't even break a sweat. Who knows? Maybe they've been in cahoots with the monsters all along.
That is concerning.
All right. That's all the information you need, right? Off with you now. I've still got business to do.
You know, if you smiled a little more, you'd definitely get more business. And I bet that would make your life just a little bit sweeter. I'm not saying
Once
it's
again,
guaranteed to
Navia
work.
speaking
It's just a
right
tip.
through the character directly to Clorinde. Okay, let's see.
Should we try to go somewhere with more people?
Oh, how about the
there's
city
no
square?
Catherine in
Follow
here.
me.
It shows I have the team with
Before
everyone
you
on
lies
it.
the city's central square.
They got
You
rid
see
of the
a man with a
fountain!
slightly anxious look on his face, pacing back and forth, his head hanging low.
Oh, melancholy like the other
He
woman.
doesn't seem to notice your approach. Still immersed in his own thoughts, he shakes his head and lets out a long sigh.
This guy seems promising enough. Maybe I can get some information out of him. Hello, sir. Is there anything I can do to help you?
Wait,
anxious.
you're...
Oh, something to hide? Something to hide?
Oh, dear goodness! You're a Marashose
Or are you
hunter!
just very excited to
Do
see
you
us?
recognize us? Ah, are you one of the people
Oh,
who wrote
okay.
the
I thought he
commission
might be
letter?
shady, but
Yes, yes! Oh, I didn't expect you to actually
but thank
come.
goodness.
Oh, what great news! The city is
I don't know
saved!
who actually invited
What
us here.
happened here?
Alas, we once lived comfortable, carefree lives. This city used to be free of monsters. The first Marashose hunter, Casiodor, the Golden Hunter, he was the one who drove them back. However,
if I remember,
monsters have once again
Cassiodor
surrounded
was
the
from
city.
Remoria, but then
Perhaps the seal that kept them at bay
defected
has lost
to
its power.
the Larishose
Or
Hunters
perhaps
or
an
something
evil
like that.
sorcerer has been
Dude,
meddling
it's
in
been a
our
while.
affairs. All I know for sure
I
is that their
think
return
something.
has
I
stripped the
do remember
city
him
of any
switching
chance at
sides.
peace.
Are there
So,
not
but I don't know if
enough
that's mixing him
soldiers
up
to
with
drive
someone
them
else.
out?
I'm trying to remember.
It's not a question
I'm
of
trying to
numbers.
remember.
The guards simply have no idea how
Sometimes
to deal with them.
there's just too much
Most people my
information
age have never
to
even
hold
seen
in
one
your
of the
brain.
monsters, much less been
with this
trained
game.
to fight against them. What's worse, many of us don't even know the history of the Marashose hunters anymore. When I was a child, though, my grandfather would tell me stories about how the Marashose hunters drove back the monsters. So, on the off chance that something might come of it, I decided to reach out to you. To be perfectly honest, I was starting to think all those stories were just tall tales. But now that I've seen you in person, I finally know that it was true.
Well, you can rest easy, friend. The righteous and formidable Marashose hunters are on the case.
Yeah.
Ah. The man is touched by your determination and resolve. His eyes begin to well with tears of relief.
Still, if we are going to hunt the monsters, we need to know where to find them. Can you give us any leads?
Yeah.
All I know is that the area outside the city is dangerous.
Really?
I'm afraid I can't
That's
point
so
you toward a specific
unspecific.
location. Oh, although, if you leave the capital through the main gate and follow the road, you should run into a group of
Dude,
guards.
for a guy
They
who
might
actually
know more about where
commissioned
to
us
find
to
the
come here,
monsters.
you seem to not
I
know
see.
very much
We'll
of
go
like
look for them then.
specific details you
All
could
right.
tell us.
Be careful. Oh, and one last thing. The
Like
monsters
usually we run
outside
into the
city are just
NPCs
part of the
that have
problem.
commissioned us.
There are
It's like,
evil
I was
sorcerers
running
inside
away
the
from
city
this
as
group
well.
of monsters
So be
here.
on your
It's like,
guard.
alright, let's retrace
They're
your steps.
actively working with the monsters and have corrupted the court ministers with malicious magic.
Oh.
They're the reason why, even inside the city, everything has been a giant mess.
The monsters, the evil sorcerers. Evil sorcerers are also
Even one of our
antagonistic.
kindest ministers is turned
Oh,
into
just
boorish
like
and
how the
unreasonable
abyss
figure.
mages work with the
Interested
hilly
in nothing
trolls.
but enacting
That's
laws
analogous
that
to that,
exploit
right?
the
The
people.
sorcerers and the monsters.
Who knows how much longer we'll be able to go on like this.
Talk about being stuck between a rock and a hard place.
Yeah, it's not a good situation.
I feel bad for him. Maybe we should try to cheer him up?
I could cook something. Farina could sing him a song. Yeah, let Farina do something.
Like, now? Is this really the right time?
Well, yeah, if this was like a
I
musical.
appreciate your kindness.
Okay,
But for
if this
now,
was a
it's more
musical, this would be
important
the
to
perfect
focus on the
time to
crisis
sing
at
some
hand.
song that
Brave
is like
hunters,
perfectly
I
capturing
leave
the
future
emotion
this
of the
kingdom
moment.
to you.
Okay. Let's see.
If I understood correctly, there are currently 2 problems in the kingdom that need solving, right?
The monsters and the sorcerers.
Exactly. We need to defeat the monsters outside the city and take down the evil sorcerer stirring up trouble from within.
But which problem should we tackle first?
Well, this seems like a good moment for a break. Take some time and discuss what you want to do. Let me know when you've made your decision.
And you need to get the next part of the script?
I really didn't expect the people in the city to keep us at arm's length like that. I totally thought the hunters would be treated like heroes.
Well, Clorinde said the script took cues from the real history of Fontaine, right? Maybe the real-life Marashose hunters were also treated like that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it's a perfect representation of history, but there are definitely some similarities. Would you like to hear more about it?
Yes, I would. But definitely thinking about, like, in general, like, characters, real and fictional, that we see as heroes now and not always seen as heroes during their time. They would often be met with, you know, skepticism or you know, just a general like unsure feeling. So that makes sense because you don't really know what they stand for or if how good they are at fighting and what they believe in and if they're really here to help you or not. And when people fear power that they don't control, well, when this comes to power that they don't control, they fear it often. So there's often, yeah, you know what I mean.
Sure. As long as it doesn't spoil anything in the script. You brought up bits and pieces of the Hunter's history before, but it was all in passing.
The Marechaussee Phantom, is that what it is? In the present day?
Were they all from a special line of supernatural beings or something? Kind of like the yokai in Inazuma?
No. All Marechaussee hunters were ordinary mortal fighters. The only thing that set them apart were the special sword techniques passed down over the
So it's like the
centuries.
Guhua clan in the...
So you mean anyone could become a Marechaussee hunter?
It's like a school of like teaching,
In
right?
theory, yes.
You need
All
to
you would need to
learn
do
the
is survive
skills
the
and
rigorous
then
training and master the swordsmanship
essentially
techniques
adopt the belief.
required to fight the monsters. Still, most people dropped out at the early stages, and others called it quits the minute they saw a monster in person. To become a hunter, you must be strong in both body and mind.
What kind of monsters did the hunters fight exactly? Oh, and the evil sorcerer the script mentions. Did they exist in real life too?
The land of Fontaine once played host to an ancient dynasty known as Rapperia. After that dynasty fell, monsters began to appear, intent on obstructing humans from establishing a new social order. One of the ancient sorcerers of Rapperia used his power to assemble a formidable army of golems. He sought to use that force to establish himself as king.
Now, wait a second. Don't tell me that guy was the inspiration for the evil sorcerer in the script. We still haven't found any in-game information on him yet.
Navia.
Why don't you talk about someone else for now?
It's like saying I don't want to read the original Odyssey because I don't want to spoil the Odyssey movie. It's like, but in this case, she's talking about real events. It's like I don't want to learn the history lesson yet because I don't want to spoil the movie. Which okay, I respect that. However, there's a lot of cases where you already know. So you would have already learned about certain historical events before you see like a book or a movie adaptation of it, and thus you already like there's certain stories you already know what the story is going in just because it's already like folklore, right? But in this case, yeah, I get it. Since Navia happens to not know the story, then yeah, I totally get not wanting to be spoiled by the real life version of events.
Well, I wasn't planning on going into anything you might be able to find out in the game. But if you want me to talk about something else, then... How about Casiodor, the Golden Hunter? Or Egeria, the ex-Hydro Archon?
Wait, but those people are all from a super long time ago. Where did you learn all this, Clorinde?
From my master.
Huh. By master, you mean Miss Petronia?
Someone you know?
Absolutely. Miss Petronia and my father were good friends. Back in the day, she would often bring Clorinde over to play, but then...
Let's not get off topic.
Yeah.
Anyway,
The
back to what I was
events of
saying.
the past.
Responding to Egeria's call, a number of warriors followed Casiodor into battle against the monsters. This group of warriors, under Casiodor's leadership, became known as the Marechaussee Hunters. Yet, as Fontaine entered an era of peace, their work gradually became obsolete. The Marechaussee Phantom, originally an association made up of hunters, eventually came to be predominantly comprised of
there we
Melusines.
Ah, I see. That explains why most of the people in the script have forgotten the hunters or think of them as nothing more than a legend.
Is that really a bad thing, though? It can get tough always being the one shouldering everyone's expectations.
Yeah.
Depends on who you ask, I suppose. If the name of the organization no longer commands respect, investigative work is bound to suffer.
Speaking of
Yeah, it
investigations,
depends on
which problem should we
how-
tackle first?
What
Monsters
the organization's
or
up to now,
evil
what kind of
sorcerer?
resources it
I
needs,
vote
and what kind of
monsters.
reputation it
That's
needs
the
to
main
get
duty of the
those
hunters,
resources.
right? We can come back to the sorcerer later.
Yeah.
Well said, Miss Farina. Plus, if the sorcerers really are the masterminds behind this whole thing, defeating the monsters could give us some clues on their intentions as well.
Yeah, I actually agree with Farina and Linny here in terms of, yes, on the one hand I was thinking taking out the sorcerers would probably leave the monsters disorganized and they would be killing two birds with one stone, but I think it's too hard to go against the sorcerers first. I think if we take out the monsters first, we can learn more about what we're actually up against and not, you know, have these extra forces that can blindside us. We can just focus our energy on taking down the sorcerers, which I think we're gonna need to do.
What about you, partner? What do you think?
I also vote monsters.
It's decided then.
Yay!
All right. After some discussion, you decide to turn around and head out of the city.
Okay, in we go.
Let's take a look around, like that guy said.
You there, outsiders, halt!
Oh.
An armored man approaches you. He has a tall, muscular build and a determined expression in his eyes. Just one look, and you can tell he's fought in his fair share of battles. Although he's trying his best to conceal his current state, his uneven gait and the sweat dripping down his forehead make it obvious that he's been wounded and is in serious pain. I'm the captain of the guard. I saw you sneaking around the city earlier, so I'll only ask this once. State your purpose, or it's off to the dungeons for the lot of you.
Well, we're here to help.
Wow,
But-
it's been a while since someone's been this suspicious of
Yeah,
us.
and that's exactly what I'm
I
thinking.
said
This is why we
talk,
just
not
came to
whisper
Mondstadt
between
and
yourselves.
nobody knew who we were.
Have you ever heard of the Marchese Hunters?
Marachose hunters? Ha! That fairy tale, you mean? What, you expect me to believe you're one of them?
I'd like to do an insight. I'm not sure what the insight check did last time, because I'm not really sure, Oh, well, the insight check last time, the insight check last time was how we learned that she was that lady who was missing her husband. But what happens if we fail? Will he just get mad at us like, what are you doing? Why are you trying to read my mind like this? I want to do an insight check. Come on. Complete. Great.
While everyone is talking, you begin to carefully observe the captain's mannerisms.
Okay.
Every so often, you see him glance toward a particular direction, with a pained expression on his face, as if an invisible thread is tying him to an unknown place.
You thinking
As you
of
follow his
somewhere
gaze,
else?
you vaguely recall that the location he seems fixated on is known for its difficult terrain.
Oh.
Any battle that breaks out
Hey,
in a
good
place
thing
like
that you knew
is
that all
likely to be
along,
prolonged
Ether.
and devastating.
Is that where the monsters are? Outside the forest in the area with the difficult terrain?
The captain is taken aback by your sudden question. Still, his shock only lends credence to your theory.
Yeah.
You're looking to fight the monsters?
Yes. That's why
Well,
we're here.
We're Marchese hunters, after all. You could say that's basically our job.
Yeah.
He shakes his head and continues to regard you with skepticism. In the end, he decides to inform you of the locations where the monsters have appeared. Those monsters aren't easy to deal with, but if you insist on going, I won't stop you either. I just hope all the guards will be able to come back to their families alive. I wish you the best of luck.
Well, don't worry. We're gonna try to help with that then. Let's see. Head to the depths of the forest.
Based on what the captain said, the monster should be right up ahead.
Okay, let's see.
Let's go. Hopefully we're not too late.
Oh, there's some more guards there. Oh no.
As you approach the battlefield, you see numerous people lying by the side of the road.
No.
They appear to be dressed like guards. Their faces are filled with desperation and terror. Some are screaming and cursing in vain, as if still trying to banish the monstrosities they saw from their minds.
That's horrible.
A few of the
almost
wounded
too
look up
immersive.
at you in shock and disbelief. Quick, leave this place. Turn around and don't look back, they yell.
Sorry, we're not good at turning around and not looking back. Go to the area where the monsters have appeared. Okay. Oh, it's a cave. A cave. Fire everywhere.
This is the place you
Giant
mentioned,
claw mark,
right?
too.
You see broken iron swords scattered all around you, and downed trees riddled with terrifying claw marks. All the signs point to one thing. A truly devastating battle just took place here.
Oh no.
Be on your guard, everyone. The monsters might still be around.
Before you can finish your sentence, you hear rustling sounds from the
no.
surrounding bushes. The monsters have emerged.
No.
They close in on
Rift
you
Hounds.
without fear. You get the impression that, in their bloodthirsty eyes, you're just another meal for them to devour.
Uh-oh.
A little help here! This thing wants to eat Paimon!
No, Paimon!
Your battle round begins. Now.
Oh, but in Genshin, what? Making a combat check? I have to pick the card? This card. 12. So that's higher than 8. Okay. That's good. That's good. That could have been really bad.
Step right up.
Hearing the Fontaine battle music was so epic.
The next battle round begins now.
Now, okay. Uh-oh. What the heck? Actually, a Remorian. Actually, a Remoria, dude.
Strike a pop!
Go!
Okay, well, that
The
worked out.
monsters let out a
I didn't even use
terrifying
Navia to
roar
break the
of
shield.
anger and resentment before dissipating into thin air.
Oh, sorcery, even.
Thank goodness it's over.
We're lucky the Marashose Hunter class came with all those preset skill points. Otherwise, we would have been in some real trouble.
With
I
the
never knew
immersive
the
battle
photometer
experience.
even determines the amount of damage you inflict. If you get unlucky, isn't it just game over right then and there?
That's,
That's part of the
that's
fun.
part of it.
The uncertainty of fate is what gives these games their appeal.
Just as you begin to celebrate your victory, a suspicious lump on the ground catches your attention.
Oh, there's some kind of barrel there.
Lump. Wait, could it be the thing that appears after every battle?
I
Whoa.
walk up to it.
Which
crouch down,
is what
and
time? Oh, it's a
begin
chest.
to
Oh, it's a treasure
carefully
chest. I thought it was a barrel.
I've still got
But
my
Paimon's
right
right,
glove
it
on,
appears
so
after every
it should
battle.
be fine for me to touch it, right?
As you investigate the mound, you discover that the exposed portion appears to be made of wood. It was
Paimon
previously
is
obscured
exactly
by the
right.
large
She
form
knows
of the
what's up.
monsters. With the monsters gone, the small protrusion now awaits your discovery, poking out of the ground like a shy flower bud.
Whoa, it's a treasure chest!
Yay! Let's dig it up with our bare hands.
With everyone's help, you successfully excavate the wooden chest from the ground.
Oh, but it's
Even
sunset
without
now.
opening
That means we
You
have
can
to
tell
go
from the mora
home
and jewels
soon.
scattered around the chest that it must contain quite the fortune.
Makes sense. We worked hard for this. Let's open it and we can share what's inside.
That's what we normally do.
I can understand your excitement, Paimon, but think about it. Doesn't it seem like there are people out there who need this treasure more than us?
Oh, I guess
Yeah.
so.
Think about all the people
Oh,
suffering
now you're
in the
making me feel
capital.
bad about all the
Or all those
treasure
guards
that
who got
I
hurt fighting
dig
the
up and I don't
monsters.
even... I claim without a second
Wouldn't it be better
thought.
if we gave the treasure to them?
Wait, is that how it works? I thought since we were the ones to dig it up. we
Yeah,
could
we're
just
too
dig it
used
for
to doing
ourselves.
that for ourselves, but that'll probably
Let's
help
put it this way.
us to
Any
win the
decision you
trust of
make
the
during
people.
a role-playing game can impact the future course of the story.
But would the people really believe us? It's hard enough for us to prove we're Marshose hunters. What if they think we procured the treasure illegally? might get
True.
even more suspicious.
I
of
know,
us.
everyone's so thoughtful.
That's
Everyone's
definitely
thought all the
something we
problems
should
here.
consider. Maybe we can come up with an explanation in advance.
Well, just be honest and tell the
If
truth.
donating it could cause that much trouble, why don't we use it to buy some gear and fill up on
I'd
good
say
food?
you just be
Then we'll ready to
honest.
fight even
Like the
more
guards
bad
already
guys.
saw us going that way,
Looks like
so
you're
like
facing a
they
difficult
can
choice once
somewhat
again.
like
Well, it's getting late.
like our
Why
alibi,
don't
or
we
like
call
what's
it a
the
day for
opposite
now?
of an alibi? Like we actually were there and there's proof.
Wow. Where did the time go?
I'm not sure if it's because I'm having so much fun with you all, or because the story is particularly enticing, but I feel like I could almost keep going.
Yeah, this is
Here,
fun.
here. Ooh, how about we play through the night?
I'm not sure I'll have enough energy for that.
Yeah, I think Farina, we should let Farina go
Yeah,
to
that
bed.
won't work for me either. Lynette will give me an earful if I get home too late.
I understand how you feel, Navia, but we have to change venues for the next part of the story anyway.
Oh, that's part of the
Another
immersion?
location?
Mm-hmm. There's a
Hmm.
special note for the GM at the end of this section that says to proceed to an indoor set for the next part of the script.
You know,
Whoa.
Clorinde also
You
probably
really
has
pulled
to
out
get
all
the next
stops
part of
for
the
this new
script too.
script.
Well, even if we end the game for the day, we can still stay a little longer and hear Clorinde finish her story, right? Paimon wants to hear more about the history of the hunters.
Something tells me you just want to finish the free desserts before we break for the day.
Maybe that
That's
too.
just a coincidence, okay? Besides, to Paimon, not finishing free food feels even worse than having to buy her own. And anyway, Paimon really does want to hear more about Clorinde's master.
Well,
If the story doesn't have a happy ending, it's okay not to finish it.
It's nothing. I appreciate the concern, but it's all in the past. It won't do any harm to share these things now.
Okay. Well, there is Elenas.
My earliest memories are of living with Master. According to her, she saved me from certain people of ill repute. My birth parents had left me behind some time before that.
what a heavy beginning for a life story.
Aww.
Master was a
Farina can
fascinating
empathize with
individual.
that.
If inexperienced in the ways of raising children. My first ever toy was a short sword. Although I suppose it wasn't so much a toy as something Master removed from her waist and handed to a noisy child in need of distraction.
Oh, wait, so she handed an actual sword to a child? Isn't that dangerous?
That's what I'm
Did you hurt yourself?
Of course I did.
Probably.
I cut my palm and bled quite a lot. But Master was not concerned. She just stood there and casually lectured me about it. See, that's what you get for not holding the sword properly, she told me. She then crouched down next to me and said, "Give me your hand. I'll teach you to bandage this wound.
So that's our earliest
It's
memories.
time to
We're
learn
learning
how to truly hold a blade."
how to be
Excuse me for asking this, Clorinde, but how old
essentially
were you exactly
be a
when all this
Marishose
happened?
hunter in the present time.
Probably around, 3, give or take.
3? Isn't that when most kids are still struggling to hold a fork?
As I said, Master was rather inexperienced in the ways of raising children. She believed trial and error was the best way to teach a child what they're capable of.
I'm
Well-
not so sure this is a question of experience.
Well, it's a little bit of a question.
I
of
didn't see anything wrong with her
experience,
ways at the time. And anyway, children don't get to choose how they're raised. Oh, she did bring me back a pet from Liyue once. It was a Geovishap hatchling.
A
Aw.
Geovishap hatchling? For a pet? That seems even more dangerous.
Right, but if you can tame it, it's like having a little dragon
What
by
she
your
said was
side.
this. Make sure to get along, you two. If you really can't agree on something, just settle it with a fight. Whoever loses is the real pet.
And how old were you when this happened?
5.
Well, did you win?
No, I lost.
Oh, so you were
you're
the pet.
saying you actually became the Geovishap's pet?
Yes, but only for a week. By the end of that week, I defeated it in combat. and we've shared a cordial relationship ever since.
Oh, that's
That
nice.
really doesn't sound like the kind of childhood someone should have.
Later
Well,
on, I gradually understood that Master
Except for
most likely
Navia, I
didn't
feel like
know any other
everybody
way to
here
raise
had a
child.
traumatic
She was a
childhood.
Marshall
so-
hunter, but I never heard her bring up her own parents. Thanks to her, I learned how to navigate the forest by the age of 6, and could hunt monsters in the wild by myself the year after that. Even though the training she subjected me to was strict,
She was like
she always made sure to take me
Atalanta.
traveling when she had the time. We met many of her friends during those days.
Yeah.
That was also how I met Mr. Callis and his
I
family.
mean, what it sounds like is like, her master was strict and getting a little ahead of herself in terms of like, at what age you should be learning what. But it doesn't sound like she was cruel or mean. It sounds like it's just a different way of raising kids. Very different, very unconventional. But like I said, it's not cruel, which means it's not. I mean, well, I don't know, maybe letting a kid cut themselves with a sword might be considered cruel, but you know what I mean. Compared to some of the other situations we've seen from traumatized characters with terrible childhoods, this one's not bad. That being said, let's say Linny and Farina have each had their experiences being young and navigating the world, so so even they think that this is a strange upbringing. That says something.
I still remember the first time we met. You were too scared to join our picnic and hid behind Ms. Petronia the whole time.
I still hadn't really met many children my age at that time, so I didn't know how to interact with others.
After that, though, you started coming over a lot. You loved challenging people to shooting competitions, remember? I don't think many members of the Spina ever beat you in one of those.
I had a lot of fun during those days.
I enjoyed them too. Oh, do you remember that one time we went exploring around the Spina together? We overheard Papa call your master Fontaine's Protector of Justice. We tried to pretend like we never heard anything, but you nearly let it slip that one
justice. And then Clorinde grows up to be that protector of justice as
Protector
a
of
champion
Justice.
duelist.
Oh, wait, you mean that vigilante hero from 20
Oh,
years
you mean that was
ago?
actually a title?
The one who was always active at night?
Yeah, that's actually, so it's like the Dark Knight hero. I thought, I mean, Protector of Justice sounds like a pretty generic title. Sound like, so even as a champion duelist, I mean, their job is pretty much to be a protector of justice in that regard, right? But apparently that was actually the vigilante name. Okay.
Yep, that would be her. She often would put on a black cloak and go out at night. I never knew where she went or what she was doing. Until, like Navia said, we overheard the truth from Mr. Callis that night.
20 years ago, huh? I still remember the guards leaving all kinds of witness reports about her on Nervalette's desk.
My apologies.
Oh, there's no need to apologize. You had nothing to do with it. And anyway, everything she did was for a good cause. Although, calling herself the Protector of Order was a bit much. Especially when she deliberately operated outside
Yeah,
the law.
I'll say.
Huh? When did the Protector of Justice become the Protector of Order?
Oh,
she had a
I thought
bunch
that
of
was
code
going to be
names.
like a
I
mistranslation
heard she would
thing. I was going to
come
just
up
ignore
with a
it.
name on the spot whenever
But
she was
then
asked.
Paimon brought that up too.
Later on, she probably got sick of answering those questions and decided to stick to just two. The Protector of Justice and the Protector of Order.
That sounds like her, all right. I bet she forgot which of the two she'd use by the time she got back each night.
Well, she certainly sounds like a fascinating individual. With her strong sense of justice, it's no surprise her student followed in her footsteps.
And became a
It's
protector
true.
of justice.
I
in
always
her own
wanted to
right.
become like her. Someone powerful, independent, and with a strong sense of conviction. But
But...
Uh-oh, sad part now.
she suddenly disappeared the night I turned 10 years old.
Disappeared? What happened?
What happened? How does someone just disappear?
I have no idea. She didn't even leave a note. I was never able to find out where she went.
Wow, that's even worse than Daughter leaving behind Albedo. At least Albedo wasn't 10 years old. And she did leave a note and gave him instructions of what to do and where to go and supplies. And yeah, wow. To leave without even saying any goodbye.
That night, I was celebrating my birthday at Navia's house. But Master never came to pick me up. When I returned home on my own, it was to an empty house. When she still didn't appear after a few days, I went to Mr. Callus's house to ask about her whereabouts. But he only shook his head.
Did he know?
Papa probably didn't know either. I know he sent a few people to investigate the matter in secret, but they never found
maybe
any
even if he
credible
did
leads.
know, those secrets
Don't
have
worry,
now died with
I
him.
understand. To be perfectly honest, given Master's personality and way of doing things, it all made a lot of sense. If I had to guess, I'd say she probably used it as an opportunity to force me to become independent.
That being said, 10 years old is a bit young for that. But clearly she's all about doing things before the age. Normally, most parents would allow their kids to be independent for long periods of time, like forever.
Just like how, when a litter of kittens reaches a certain age, the mother willingly leaves them behind.
Were you upset, Clorinde?
I was at first, but not anymore. I don't believe Master would suddenly disappear for no reason. There must have been something she just had to do.
Well, despite everything, you
Like
still managed to
Daughter,
follow in
that's
her
why I bring up the
footsteps and become
comparison.
the greatest champion duelist in all of Fontaine. You're practically a living symbol of law and justice.
I suspect my position would be far too by the books for her. Master always did whatever she pleased. But you're right. I suppose I do take after her in some
You
ways.
protect justice. So you just do it.
Clorinde had such an interesting past.
Like
I
you're
never
basically
had the
doing the
chance to
kind of
ask
thing
her
she's
about it
doing, but
before.
legally.
And I wonder if Clorinde's master were the champion duelist back then. Would that duel against Mr. Callus have gone differently? Oh no. Judging by the atmosphere, Clorinde and Navia are probably thinking something similar. The mood just got super awkward all of a sudden.
Yeah. Oh, Farina.
Well, anyway. Would you look at the time?
Yeah, would
It's
you look
getting
at the
dark,
time?
so we should probably call it a day for real this time.
It's
If we
almost
keep
has like
talking
it's just
like
been
this, we
sunset
really
for the
will
last
be
20
here all
minutes.
night.
I had a great time today, Miss Clorinde.
Well, yeah, that was fun.
Thank you for being our
I'm
GM.
excited to see the next part of the story.
Anytime.
The script was good, but I've got to say, your childhood stories were even better. Hey, you should tell us more about that fight against the Geo-Bishop sometime. Maybe your master was onto something.
And if you're still on good terms with this Geo-Bishop, you should bring them out to play sometime. I'm sure we would all love to meet them.
You
Just
could
like
be
in
right.
Natlan, everyone has Saurian
What
companions.
does
You
she
kind of have
mean
one too.
onto something? I certainly don't know any 5-year-olds who want to fight a bishop in their spare time. Guess I'll head back as well. I need to save my energy if I want to continue enjoying the story tomorrow.
Yeah.
You're that excited to hear about my fight with the bishop?
I was
She's talking about the D&D. There we go. Hunters gather. Sun crab! Finally! Finally we can spare the crab. That's been sitting on this table waiting to be free all along. Wow, okay, look at all the cool yummy food that they brought us. Oh, that's awesome.
Just between the two of us, could you tell me what it was like to be the Geo-Bishop's pet?
It was nothing special, really. Geo-Bishops don't understand the concept of a pet. So, basically, it just headbutted me whenever I entered its territory.
Which is probably why you're so tough
that
now.
Hurt?
Yeah, it hurt. What, something you want to experience for yourself?
Oh, I'm good. Thanks.
Well, as the ones who've also fought Geo Bishops in the wild, I'm sure Ether knows all about it. Let's see. Let's go.
Let's go meet up with the
The
group.
set is still here.
Paimon's really looking forward to
We have to
today's
go to
story.
a different place today, and we are all the way over in the Fontaine Research Institute. That's pretty far away. Let's see. Let's go. Fontaine, the music is just such good vibes. Buried honor. Enter the game venue. This spooky cave they've set this up in. That's cool.
Looks like everyone's here. Now, before we begin, why don't we finish where we left off yesterday? There was an important
treasure
decision
chest.
to be made, yes? I'll pour everyone a cup of tea.
I want a cup of tea
Is
now.
that really the most important part, though, Clorinde? Paimon's more concerned about our current surroundings. Heavy walls, cold railings, dim lights. This is obviously supposed to be a prison.
Well.
I admire the work put into the set. Still, it's obvious the scriptwriter has never paid a visit to the fortress of
This was the
Meripede.
Fortress of
So
Meripede?
the set is going to be a part of the script?
Yeah, this doesn't look like at all. There's a lot more
Unfortunately, that is something
steampunk
I can
elements
neither
than
confirm nor deny.
we've seen here. And
Anyone think Cloranne's smile is
it's
starting
more
to
like a
look
rehab
kinda
center in terms of
scary?
like they don't cage
Well,
up people
whatever
like, quite
happens,
like this.
we'll just have to push on. But first, we should really figure out what to do with this treasure. If we're worried about arousing suspicion because of our identity, why don't we give ourselves a different name, just like Cloranne's master did?
Ooh, taking
Yeah,
inspiration.
It might be better to keep a low profile. As long as we're
Cloranne's
helping
past.
people, it doesn't matter who we are or what we're called.
Although this might
Staring
arouse
at me won't get you anywhere.
more suspicion
Or
if
did
they
you want
do
some more
find out
tea?
our identity.
Oh, Paimon's good. Thanks.
Oh, she keeps talking about tea.
Why
I
aren't
want
you
tea.
saying anything, Navia? Wait, what's that next to you?
What's what next to her?
Oh, this is the short sword Clorinde mentioned last night. I found it.
You had it?
Huh. I'm surprised you managed to track it down after all this time.
Well, I made sure to take
This
good
is
care
just
of it,
like
considering
Thanos
the
giving Gamora
circumstances
the
in which
little
you gave it
knife,
to me.
and then she uses
Of
it to
course I
stab
had to
him
keep
in
it
the end,
safe.
and it's all for
Anyway,
naught.
Where were we? Oh, right. I was just thinking about all the potential ways for us to break out of prison. We could dig a tunnel, or try to bribe the guards.
Wait, we
haven't even been thrown in
into
prison yet.
have we?
Wait, that's true. Is the set spoiling the fact that we're gonna be thrown in prison no matter what we choose?
Well, it's only a matter of time. It pays to be prepared. Just like how you should always have an umbrella on hand, even when it's sunny.
Alright, Paimon's made up her mind. Let's just give the treasure away.
Yeah.
Paimon may have wanted to keep it, but if it's going to land us in prison somehow, Paimon will be too upset to enjoy her
Oh,
snacks.
Paimon. I don't think you understand how the power of prophecy works, which is it doesn't matter what you choose. The bad thing's gonna happen no matter what you do. Doesn't matter if we keep the treasure, give away the treasure, anything. I think we're gonna end up in prison all the same, because otherwise they wouldn't have us be doing this chapter in a prison set. Unless, yeah, they wouldn't have us do it in this way unless there was a guarantee we'd be going to prison at some point during the chapter. Paimon's developing as a character. Turns out Paimon cares more about snacks than treasure.
So, you reached an agreement? All right then. We can continue with the story.
Oh, and we'll collect all the scattered pieces of treasure on the ground as well.
All right. You collect the treasure and make your way back to the capital
Right,
with
back
your
in
bag
the
of
story
loot
we go.
in hand. The city is still shrouded in a gloomy, oppressive atmosphere, but your spirits are surprisingly high. In places where sunlight struggles to reach, you generously share your wealth with the children, the elderly, and the poor in urgent need of help. Thank you,
What was in
kind
the
soul.
treasure? Was it just money
The
or?
elderly woman's look of gratitude follows you as you walk away, her eyes never leaving your back until you move entirely out of sight. However, there's still quite a bit of Mora remaining. It appears you haven't made much progress.
Well, then we can still get our supplies we want,
trying
right?
to tell us to speed this up. We need to hurry up so we can
Yeah.
address the sorcerer problem.
Should we go find that man again at the square? He seemed like a pretty responsible guy. I'm sure he knows the
as
people
long
here
as he's
far
not
better than
gonna
us.
backstab us.
Oh, good idea.
Just as
But
you
he
start
brought
to
us.
make
He
way
was one
to
of the ones who
square,
invited us here. So
intent on
why would
finding
he
the
do
man
that?
again, there's a voice.
Something's on the verge of happening. Check complete. Okay, and we don't know if it's a successful check or not. See, we're going to prison no matter what, I'm telling you.
Please wait, distinguished guests. Several strange guards suddenly call out to you. They run forward to meet you and proceed to politely pay
see,
their
they
respects.
can vouch for us that we were
Greetings,
there and we
gentlemen.
fought the monsters.
Are we being invited for afternoon tea?
Surely you jest, my lady. That would not be our place. It is His Excellency the King who
Ah.
requests to meet with you.
We're about to
Please,
get
come
better
with us.
neared. I love how this game has so many references
Do
we can
you
make.
think this could be a trap?
100%.
Well,
We haven't gotten to the
have
prison
invested
part
the
yet.
court at some point, right? Meeting the king himself would be a fantastic opportunity to do that.
I say we go for it. If something
Yeah.
happens, we'll just turn the whole place upside down.
Yeah, I'm sure fighting our way
That sounds a little
is
intense.
gonna be the solution to the problem.
After a quick discussion, you nod to the guards and agree to follow. They lead you all the way to the audience hall of the palace. Gilded tables line both sides of the hall. The space itself is adorned with all manner of expensive antiques, glass shelves, and silver candlesticks. The items appear quite ordinary in size and dimension, yet their presence somehow makes the emptiness of the hall feel even more surreal and ominous.
What does this mean? What does
Wow,
this
it's so
imply?
luxurious.
The elderly king, clad in a magnificent robe, sits upon the deep crimson throne before you. He wears above his head a majestic crown, with a gemstone the size of a bird's egg set right at the very front.
Whoa.
As you observe it, you see a complex pattern of light reflect off its surface.
That's a lot of
They're here,
detail.
Your Majesty. A man dressed in dark clothes, likely a minister, shields
And
his
that's
mouth
what they
with
just
his
have it
hand
be Clorinde.
and
They didn't
bends
even make a
down to
model for
whisper
the
a
king.
few
It's just
words to the
Clorinde.
king. After a moment, he lowers his hands and stands back up. His gaze shifts to fixate on your group, but he does not move from his place at the king's side.
Sometimes I can't tell whether she's explaining things in this level of detail because we need to remember this for later, or because this is the visualization. The visualization is what we, the player, has the benefit of seeing, but the actual D&D players have to use their imagination to imagine the scene, and thus need a good description to be able to actually picture what the king looks like. So yeah, and this one's hard to tell whether or not is she hinting towards something, or is she just trying to describing it in the level you'd need to imagine the scene without having a video game play it out for you like this.
The king does not appear entirely aware of his surroundings. The man by his side, though. We should keep a close eye on him.
Good
The
catch.
king remains still and says nothing. The minister is the one who speaks. Esteemed guests, allow me to thank you for coming to our faraway kingdom. Unfortunately, His Majesty the King finds himself quite exhausted from work.
I see.
So please allow
Corruption.
me, his Prime Minister, to welcome you in his stead.
This is literally what happened to Edelgard's father, the emperor. Essentially, the prime minister, like, usurped the throne by being like, yeah, the king's too tired. The emperor's too tired to do any work. So I'm going to be running things from here on out now. And it's actually just corruption. I see what's going on here.
I've heard tell that your group, the Marechaussee Hunters, used your
We're already
exceptional
in the
ability
prison
with the
cell.
sword to repel the monsters near the capital.
Because we're sitting in the
Such a
tea
great
party
deed
table.
deserves to be rewarded. However, seeing that I was not fortunate enough to observe such a feat with my own eyes, You'll forgive me for seeking to verify the truth by speaking to you myself.
Verify.
Well, we've got nothing to hide. You brought us here to talk, right? So we'll just explain what happened.
Yeah. We explain what happened.
The golem's blades were so powerful, they could cut down trees in a single swipe. It took a lot of effort to defeat them, even for trained swordsmen like us. Well, that was enough details, right? Believe us now?
And the guards saw it happen too.
Your account does indeed match those of the survivors. Since you were the ones who defeated the monsters, that must mean you are also in possession of the treasure they stole?
Gasp. How does he know? How does he know about the treasure?
Well, we did take the treasure, but...
How did he know about the treasure?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. How did he know about the treasure?
Then I must ask that you return it at once. It belongs to the kingdom.
He's definitely either a sorcerer or working with the sorcerers, but he's definitely an insider, forcing the poor king to just sit there and be a puppet leader. And the Mora and the treasure definitely had something to do with, I don't know, paying off somebody.
Wait, but didn't you just say that our great deed deserved a reward? Shouldn't the treasure be considered a part of that?
Yeah.
Yes, that was indeed what I said. But you seem to have forgotten a very important distinction. Only that which is freely given by the king can be considered a reward. Taking the rightful wealth of a kingdom without said permission, on the other hand, is a crime.
But that's completely
Crime.
unreasonable.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes no sense! If it weren't for us, the treasure would still be buried underground somewhere!
And plus we
Maybe
gave it
so,
all
yet
away.
The fact remains. You tried to dispose of the treasure without reporting it to the court and without receiving permission.
See, I told you we're going to prison no matter what.
What? No answer?
The story will always be
Surely you're not
twisted. If we
insinuating
do
that
this
you,
or that,
a group of
ugh,
legendary
prison no matter what.
Marshall hunters sought to take the treasure for yourselves?
Well, what about the king? Is he just gonna let this guy talk for him the whole time?
Clad in his magnificent robe, the king remains seated, with his hands resting on either side of the throne. His posture is rigid and unmoving. He stares forward with an empty look in his eyes, completely unmoved by the events before him.
Maybe he's dead. Maybe dude just straight up died. No, it's probably like the prime minister will totally beat him up if he speaks, but what if he just straight up died and they just have the dead body sitting on the throne?
From the look of things, could the Prime Minister be the evil sorcerer?
Yeah, that's what I'm
Could
wondering.
both the king and the Prime Minister have fallen under the evil sorcerer's control?
I would like to observe the number of guards stationed in the hall.
The guards in the palace appear fully armed, their expressions solemn. Sensing the tense atmosphere in the room, they stand at the ready, each with a hand placed upon the hilt of their sword, as if prepared to draw their weapons and surround you at a moment's notice.
Well, there goes my plan to turn the whole place upside down, I guess.
It appears
We
we've been
can take
visited
all
by
of
nothing
them,
more
I'm
than a
sure.
group of ill-intentioned imposters. What a pity. Guards, take them away and throw them in the dungeons. Before I decide your fate, however, I must first.
What do you mean
determine whether you
imposters?
have
I
any
mean, we haven't.
accomplices
We,
outside
hold
the
on, hold on. You can't call us imposters. We
Separate
have
ways?
actually
Or maybe
defeated the
start some
monsters,
kind of riot?
right?
But if we try to fight the guards right now,
Look, let's just accept
worry.
it. Prison is
At
part
least
of
we
the
figured out
script,
who's
isn't
behind
it?
all this. Let's just play it by ear. If you're scared, Paimon.
I think we can.
Just hold
Prison
my
is an
hand.
inescapable part of the story here. You can have my hand too.
Aw, thanks, you guys.
Aw, you're welcome, Paimon.
You allow yourself to be led away by guards surrounding you on both sides.
Dun,
It's only
dun,
when you begin
dun.
to feel drops of water falling from the dungeon ceiling and smell the stench of death and decay all
Death and
around you
decay. That doesn't
that
sound
you
like a very
finally
well-kept
realize you've
prison.
stepped into a completely different world. Stay
That
here.
sounds like a
and
morgue.
don't try anything funny. The guards lock the cell door and leave without looking back.
Wait, sir!
Your voice echoes through the dark hall, but the only response you receive is the sound of water dripping from the ceiling.
No! What should we do now?
Yeah, what is there to
Carve out
do
a
at
new
this
path
point?
of fate with our own two hands, of course. I draw my weapon.
And fight
You
who?
reach toward your waist, but find nothing there. You now recall that your weapons were confiscated before the guards locked you in the cell. The bag of treasure along with them.
What about that knife I hid in my boot?
When did you hide it in there?
When I was thinking about digging a tunnel.
Rejected. You failed to inform the GM of this course of action.
Yeah.
Moreover, the guards would have conducted a thorough search before throwing you in prison.
And the keys to the cell aren't anywhere to be seen?
Correct. You don't even feel a lock hole on the cell
It's
door.
not even a lock on the cell door.
Well, there goes all
Well,
our plans.
we need some kind of lead
Indeed.
to
Huh?
she
Why
breaks
are you
character.
the one saying indeed?
Yeah, she broke character there. Did it break
Because
time
that
already?
statement holds true for me as well.
Oh,
This is where the script ends.
really?
But that's a terrible ending!
No, it's because she hasn't gotten the next part from the writer yet. But really, that's where it ends.
Generally speaking, this should be the point where the scriptwriter gives the players some kind of hint, or gives the GM
Yeah,
some kind
'cause-
of code for how to move
Well,
forward.
there's no leads. There's no keyhole. There's no key. There's no people to talk to. The only hint is water dripping from the ceiling. I don't really think that's the, very obvious hint that the writer might think it is.
I mean, maybe they just really wanted us to be immersed in the feeling of being in prison. Like, they'll only show us the way out once we've grown truly and utterly desperate?
Or, yes, what if the writer is actually the evil sorcerer in real life, and we really do have to become real life Marishose hunters to get out of prison?
That is a possibility.
If only there were desserts and tea in real prison. Oh, wait, guess that's kind of how the Fortress of Miracles
Yeah,
works
you
if
can
you're
work
lucky.
your way up to the levels of getting nicer
Oh,
food.
Before I forget, Navia, the short sword you had with you earlier,
The one that's still on the table?
I took a closer look, and the craftsmanship doesn't appear to resemble anything from this era. If I remember correctly, that style was last in vogue several hundred years ago.
Whoa.
Clorinde said that sword used to belong to her master, right? Does that mean her master has been alive that long?
No, why is that the first conclusion you come to? I would assume it's been passed down for generations before I'd assume immortality. I mean, there's a lot of immortals in this game, but I would probably assume passed down by generations first before I'd assume immortality.
I doubt it. The way she went about things often made her seem childish more than anything.
Yeah.
I'd say the sword was most likely an heirloom passed down over time.
Hang on. A precious heirloom passed down to you by your master. And you gave it to me just like that? You weren't worried I might lose it?
Master left many things to me when she disappeared. There was the sword, an old key, and a good amount of junk she probably just didn't want to take with her. I gave you the sword back then, because I didn't want our friendship to end.
Wait, when did this happen exactly?
After the duel. Between Mr. Callis and myself.
Awkward.
Before that, Clorinde would have meals with us and even stay over at the Spina some days. She was on great terms with Papa as well. After the duel, though, there was a period of time where we simply didn't know how to face each other. She entrusted this sword to me, and never came back. We were both sad and conflicted,
Yeah.
and totally overthinking everything as a result.
Well, look, I wouldn't necessarily say you're overthinking it. Even if she was just doing her job, emotionally, killing your father is definitely something that you're not gonna heal or get over from very quickly. And the fact, though, that she was just doing her duty, and that Callus's death played the role that it did in the storyline in Fontaine, and everything that led up to, well, essentially the moment of them getting to become friends again. Yeah, it's the circumstances are remarkable that they do get to be friends, because usually that sort of thing would drive a wedge between people that's irreparable. But in this case, you can tell that their bond has healed, despite everything.
Whenever I looked at this sword, I couldn't help but wonder. If Miss Petronia had never introduced us to each other at that picnic, maybe part of the sadness I was feeling could have been avoided. Back then, it felt like I hadn't just lost a father, but a close friend as well.
No one can change the past. The most important thing is that you two found your way back to each other and can enjoy things like this together.
Yep, you're right.
I'm sorry, you two. I didn't mean to bring up any sad memories.
Think nothing of it. No one here is at fault.
Huh?
What's going on? I wonder if the experience is so immersive, even the Dungeon Master is part of the script.
Oh. Looks like the next part of our
Okay.
script is here.
Okay, great.
Perfect timing. The situation was really starting
Yeah,
to get
things are kind of
desperate.
getting a little bit
And
awkward.
not just because of the prison thing.
From Clorinde's face, Paimon really can't tell if it's good news or bad news.
Well, maintaining a poker face takes true skill.
Water
And-
continues to drip from the ceiling. In this lightless dungeon, you lack a reliable way to tell how much time has passed. Eventually, you get used to the unpleasant odor of straw, mold, and rust, and find yourselves alternating between fits of drowsiness and despair. Suddenly, you hear footsteps outside the door.
Heads up, everyone. Someone's coming.
Oh?
Gather close, everyone, and keep your voice down.
Oh? Wait, they're not voiced by Clorinde. They're not voiced by Clorinde. They are an actual person.
Who are you?
I work as a guard in these dungeons, but my true identity is the same as your own. I'm also a Marechaussee hunter.
Whoa.
Shh. I've already sent away the other guards, but if we make too much noise...
I understand, but how can we be sure we can trust you?
The king has issued a formal decree. In light of the irrefutable proof of your crime, you're to be executed before
Irrefutable.
tomorrow's
Okay,
sunrise.
well that's exaggerating it a
escape?
bit much,
It has to
isn't
be
it?
now.
Executed? We barely did anything.
Yeah, corruption.
Monsters
Corruption,
appearing
if
at the
I
same
ever seen
location
it,
as
because
the
we
treasure.
basically they have
Could
no
this
proof
entire
of
thing have
anything.
been a trap?
Actually.
There will be time for speculation once we're out of here. As for my identity, I have no way to prove that to you just yet.
And it's hard to tell if this
Infiltrating
is
the
a character
capital was
we've met.
difficult,
It's probably
and
not a
finding
character we've
chance
met
to
before
speak with you
because
has taken a lot out
they're
of me. I could
not
go
voiced
on,
by
but I
Clorinde.
think we can all agree that now is not the time for details.
Well, it doesn't look like we have any other choice.
Have you seen our weapons anywhere, sir?
Don't worry, I brought them with me. They're just behind the door. Still, these weapons alone won't be enough to defeat the
Yeah.
true enemy behind the
And
scenes.
before, you would see like Clorinde like only appear when she's narrating the scene, but now she's one of the characters that's like with us. So now she's also kind of a Marechaussee hunter. The Dungeon Master has now become one of the characters
This
too.
faction is too powerful. The guards are all under his control, and he's even stationed a number of golems in various rooms throughout the palace.
Oh,
To defeat
no.
him, you must find a
Thankfully,
secret
we
vault.
can try.
It
We can
is said
defeat
that
all of
within
them,
that
I'm sure.
vault, the Marechaussee hunters of the past left behind a treasure with the power to defeat the sorcerer.
You're not coming with us?
No, I'll remain in the dungeons to deal with the guards. I'll try my best to distract them so they don't go after you. As long as my identity is not revealed, I'll be able to aid you when the final battle comes.
In that case, please stay safe.
Thank
Yeah,
you for your
please stay
concern.
safe.
I will do my utmost. As for the location of the vault, here, this map should lead you there.
It was actually like a Knight of Favonius wearing a treasure hoarder mask. Treasure map, okay.
Got it.
So...
Alright, once I open the door, remember to stick close and refrain from making any noise. I'll lead you out of here as quickly as possible.
So Clorinde is not actually running this part, even though she's the dungeon master?
You now have the chance to restore the honor and legacy of the Marachose Hunters. So please, get out there and reclaim what's ours. And be sure to exercise caution.
With the help of the guard, you successfully escape the dungeons. Your sense of despair and anxiety both seem to fade as you continue your quest.
I mean, assuming it's a tabletop troop member who is now been hired. If this is like part of the immersive experience, is now he's gonna take us to the next set. Okay.
Wait, we didn't get to use our skills at all while we were in prison. Who knows when we're gonna get the chance to use that cool summon spell?
Yeah.
That is a pity, but we can only continue to move forward.
Yeah, that is weird. It's weird because, like, once we got into prison, yeah, I thought there'd be an opportunity to use our skills, but actually it was just like there's already a scripted thing to happen. This looks like a promising cave.
This should be the place marked on the map.
This bit of rock certainly looks suspicious.
Well, I'd say an investigation's in order then. Plus,
I
if all
noticed
else
Lenny in the
fails,
art.
we
Do
can
they
just
all
blow
are
it
they
up.
all wearing a piece of like the Marachose Hunter art kaboom artifact set?
You really meant that.
Before you lies a serene stretch of open water, its surface shimmering a brilliant shade of sapphire blue.
Whoa.
Well, guess this means it's time for a swim.
Let's go swimming. Go further in. We're at the edge of the world, so like everything's kind of like hazy. Go, go, go! It's so cool to swim around in Fontaine. Okay, now what? What's up? It's like Clorinde noticed
What's
something.
the matter?
It's nothing.
It's
As you
nothing?
step into the
Okay, it's
cave,
definitely not
You
nothing.
find yourself in
She
an
recognizes
eerily
this
quiet
place for
space.
sure.
Before you lies a narrow passageway that appears to trail off endlessly into the distance.
I wonder if this place is related to her master. That's what I was wondering. I'm wondering if this whole story is somehow a way for her master to send a message to her about after all these years. Okay, puzzle time.
Wow, this must be where the treasure is hidden.
But this door is blocking our way in.
The treasure is hidden? I thought we were trying to
It
find.
almost looks
we're
like
trying
it's been
we have
here
to
for
fight
quite some
somebody.
time.
Oh, I thought I didn't know we were
I
looking for
got
the
to hand
treasure. I
it
thought we were
to
trying to stop the
tabletop troop.
sorcerers.
He really went all out with the props.
Yeah. Yeah. Something tells me we've kind of left the fictional D&D world and kind of stepped into the real world now.
Huh. What have we got down here? A kind of
This
mechanism
looks a
connected to
little
the
bit
door?
too lifelike. I mean,
Ah,
this looks a little
it
bit
looks
too
like we might
not
have to
corny
arrange it into a certain pattern.
for the tabletop shoot.
Pattern on a stone door. That's something Master mentioned before.
Yeah.
Is something wrong, Clorinde?
After a long, difficult journey, you finally arrive at the location indicated by your map. It appears to be an ancient site of some sort, where treasure likely awaits. Your surroundings are exceedingly quiet and serene, as if the secret that slumbers here has never once been disturbed. If you listen closely, you can almost convince yourself you can hear the sound of its calm, gentle breathing.
That description makes Paimon feel kind of bad for disturbing this place.
We're doing this for the sake of the people, to free them from the evil sorcerer. I say it's time for this treasure to once again see the light of day.
Yeah,
Lenny's right.
what Lenny said.
We need to keep going. The future of the kingdom depends on it. The next part of the story requires us to solve the puzzle, right? Let's start exploring the area.
Yes, that should be fine.
And then breaks character there.
Something feels off about all this. Guess I'll just have to improvise.
Like, as soon as Clorinde was talking a lot about her master, I definitely was feeling like, knowing how Genshin likes to do things, I wonder if this is some sort of way. Wait for your companions to progress. Let me get my Hydroculi first. Come on. I'm sorry, I'm just too fast for all of you. Okay, they're all looking. They're all looking. You guys walk so slow. I've already solved the whole thing. I just need like the red things to go away.
I found something.
When you guys have found whatever you found. Oh, one more.
Found something here too.
Yay.
Same here.
Oh, you all found something. And then we're gonna have to hit this afterwards once all the thingies have arrived. Why this one stop moving here? Why this one stop moving here? Okay, there we go. Now we can operate the device. And then they all move, and then we have solved the puzzle. Yay! Yeah, as soon as we're talking, like every time she's talking about her master, I'm like, definitely this is gonna end up with her master sending some sort of message, because she's talked about how her master disappeared. And I think we're kind of stepping away from the fictional story into whatever real life thing has been left
Something
for
just
Clorinde
appeared.
here.
Some kind of new mechanism, maybe?
By solving the puzzles, you prove yourselves worthy of inheriting the secrets of the past. At the end of each puzzle, you're rewarded with
With
a key.
a key, okay. And what is this key? Do we know?
Oh, it must be the key to the big door.
Huh? This is one of the Marechaussee Hunter keys that are passed down from generation to generation. It looks just like the one Master passed down to me. It is said that 4 keys in total are required to form the final, complete key. And it seems like we just
that's
collected
very
3 of them.
convenient. Found 3 of them.
That must mean...
You have the 4th one, Clorinde.
Huh? What's wrong?
You hear a few strange noises.
Oh, the flames went out.
Suddenly,
No!
all the torches in the ruin go out at once.
Was that planned? As the dungeon master, would you be freaked out if you said all the torches went out in the room and then suddenly all the lights shut off? And even if it was just a power outage or something, wouldn't that be super creepy?
Huh? What's going on? Did we fall into another trap?
For the sake of immersion, please close your eyes, everyone. Without the torches, the space is now completely dark, and you cannot see anything.
Okay.
But Paimon can still see a little bit over here.
Paimon, don't break other people's immersion.
Oh, right. Sorry.
Follow the script.
Suddenly, you hear the sound of footsteps pierce through the darkness.
Uh-oh, why is something actually walking
There's someone
towards her?
else here? Oh, this is so unsettling. I can't see anything.
Oh, she opened her eyes.
I've been discovered then.
Wait, that voice, it's...
The other
You recognize the
Marechaussee.
voice as belonging
The
to
other
the guard who
Marechaussee
led you
hunter.
to
But I
this
was wondering
place.
what was up to him.
It appears he now covets the treasure for himself and has come to stake his claim.
But he didn't have a D&D text box just now. It's all. I think we've definitely stepped into like the real life risks
Oh,
here.
so this is just part of the script.
Yeah.
Then I can probably
Clorinde, you probably should stop reading it like the script. It's suddenly
if
not the script
we
anymore.
can't see anything, that means we can't fight to the fullest of our abilities. Should we retreat for now?
See, that's the right
Judging by the way
attitude.
he's holding his sword, he must be a real Marechaussee hunter. This isn't part
Just
of the
say that then, Clorinde. I think we...
Retreat! That's not the hunter way. If it's dark for us, then it's dark for him. We choose to fight.
Clorinde, this would be a great time to tell people, hey, this is not actually in the script.
Your choice is noted. Please keep your eyes closed until I tell you the torches have been relit. This battle
What are
will
you
be in the
doing,
dark.
Clorinde? What are you doing?
You got it.
Well then,
The other dude is not
Let us
fighting with
begin.
his eyes closed. Purple eyes. It is the dude from before. Okay, so first we're only fighting with Clorinde because everyone else has their eyes closed and is presumably slashing their swords at the walls or something. That means that I knew it. There's something about the fact that this guy's eyes are neon pink. And we've never seen this eye color in this game before. That definitely is something we have to remember for later. And I was right.
loaded.
I'd like to try to hit him with my sword.
Is he still standing?
How quickly we just did that. Good job.
Is it over?
Clorinde.
Can we open our eyes now?
The enemy is strong and relentless, but the battle is
Just
nearing its
say
end.
that the script is
Torches
over
have
now at
not
this
been
point.
relit.
What about now?
Final strike. Ha!
And actually strikes the guy down. For real. Wow, that's so awesome. It's the writer. It's the writer. I thought there was something weird about it. Yeah, it makes sense. He's the writer. And I was thinking to myself, oh, it's a guy in a Knights of Favonius uniform with a mask. Specifically, it's veiling his eyes, so he can't see his eyes. And that makes sense that it was this guy with the weird eyes, because then obviously he's the one dropping off the script, and so he'd probably play a part in it himself. But still... Why isn't she answering?
Clorinde?
Warm fire flickers across the walls once more. Your vision is now clear. In an impressive display of courage, the four of you successfully defeat the uninvited guest. That look in his eyes. It's like he became an entirely different person as soon as I defeated him.
His eyes are weird.
Mr. Florian? Oh, wait. We're supposed to be role-playing. I should stay in character. Speak your name, guard. Why did you lead us here just to betray us? Is this treasure really more important to you than bringing peace to the kingdom?
What kingdom? What peace? Those were nothing but lies. I, Florian, am a true Marechaussee hunter, descended from hunters of ages past.
So he's also using his real name. Or, wait, was that the name of his character from the very beginning?
Well, it could be
I'm
either.
even more confused. If you truly are a Marechaussee hunter,
I love
shouldn't
they're
you
still
wanna help us
talking in
just like you
D&D
said
text
before?
boxes
Shouldn't we
because
fight
Clorinde
together for the sake of the people?
revealed to them.
What do you know? In this day and age, there's no glory to be had as a Marechaussee hunter.
And I love how this dude is just rolling with it. He's like, really? We're still doing this D&D thing? No, he's just like, I'm just gonna say my script and it's gonna seamlessly blend in with the script I'd written previously.
What's that supposed to mean?
My skills were passed down to me by my father. We lived a life of obscurity in the remote wilderness. Still, he devoted everything he had to being a Marechaussee hunter. And what did he get in return? A life of poverty and pain. In a world that forgot all about him. When he died, not a single person came to mourn his passing.
Okay, but I have two questions. I guess I have two questions. A, what deeds did he do in his life? Because not that I'm doubting that he did do notable deeds in his life. It's just, what were they? And B, you gotta set your expectations. This is just like, you know, Eula and the Lawrence clan. You really gotta set your expectations for the purpose of old aristocratic institutions in the modern day, because the truth is, if they just fall out of relevancy, you gotta get with the times too a little bit, you know?
The Marechaussee hunters were the ones who saved this city. We're heroes. We deserved
Right.
more recognition and respect than this.
But future generations of Marechaussee hunters, I mean, you could have chosen a different path with the peace that the past generations, their ancestors, fought for you. So kind of just to do the exact same thing they did in their era and expect the same result is kind of not really thinking.
Is he talking about how no one in the capital seems to remember
Anyway.
the hunters and their legacy? I didn't expect the script to contain this level of social criticism.
So that's why you want to take the treasure for yourself? You feel like you're owed fame and wealth?
If you already knew where the treasure was located, why didn't you just come down here and take it?
Yeah, that's my
Because
question.
I still needed the final key.
Only a true Marechaussee hunter is capable
I
of
love this
passing
though.
through
Clorinde
this
is gonna
final door.
manage to pull this off
someone who
as
sought
part
to
of
hurt
the
others
D&D
for his own
campaign,
gain.
even though this is
Florian
completely
lost that
flown
right
off
long ago.
the rails of the script.
Okay, but what is this treasure anyway? We've got all the keys, right? So can we just go in and take a look?
You're sure you want to go in?
We've been talking about it for so long. Of course you
Yeah.
want to see what's inside.
Yeah,
And
because
we
you haven't
already
told
looked at
everybody
the
that it's like
Florian,
the
right?
real deal. It's
So
not a
if you
fake
wanna
treasure.
try to
It's
take
not
it
a
from
pretend
somewhere.
treasure for the D&D campaign.
Pesky brats.
Watch yourself.
Then let's open the door together.
All right.
I love how he's not like,
Your choice
seriously,
of
we're still
action is
doing
confirmed.
D&D. Takes the keys out from early and walks up to the heavy door, and she has the fourth one. Without anyone noticing, she takes out her own key and joins it with the others to form the final required shape. Great, thanks everyone for being so unobservant.
Before you, the door to the treasure, sealed.
No,
and
this is awesome how
undisturbed
she's
for more
managing to
than
hold this all
100
together
years,
as part of the story.
finally swings open.
What a legend.
You hear the shrill wail of the door hinge as it rotates for the first time after years of disuse. Almost like a sleeping giant letting out an extended yawn. You get the impression that the secrets buried behind this door might be just as heavy as the sound you just heard.
It's open! Come on, let's go in! Paimon wants to see what's inside!
Paimon immediately photobombs us. Oh, I love the stars in that. Nice. Ether, say something! I'm so used to not cry
Uncovering
Ether,
hidden
but he
treasure
talks
is
so
the
much
most
more.
exciting part of adventuring. What do we have here? Uh-huh.
A stone tablet? And some shabby weapons?
Huh.
You call this a treasure vault? Looks more like an abandoned warehouse.
Maybe
Well,
the troop ran out
one
of
man's
budget
trash
at the
is
end?
another man's treasure, Paimon.
Provided a super immersive experience at the beginning only to drop the ball at the most important part? They could have at least filled this place with cardboard Mora or something.
Wait, I get it now. Paimon, this is the real Marechaussee Hunter treasure.
What do you mean by real?
This is it? The Marechaussee Hunter treasure is just a stone slab and some broken swords? I can't believe it. I refuse to believe it!
This is literally that dude at the end of Kung Fu Panda. What?
Whoa, are you okay?
Wow, so immersive experience. What was that?
The Marechaussee hunter before you appears to suffer a serious mental breakdown. He needs to leave the room for a moment.
It's
to
so
collect
funny that this
himself.
is still going on as part
One
of
of
the
you
script.
seems to understand the significance of the treasure already. If the rest of you wish to follow suit, you may remain
Yeah, I
here
think
in the meantime. and
Navia
explore
knows
your
what's up.
surroundings.
Navia, you, since Clorinde is so good at holding this all together as part of the story, it looks like Navia will be the one to tell everyone what is actually going on here. What have we actually found? Because this is not part of the script anymore. Or maybe it was part of the script, but...
The names on the tablet.
What is the treasure supposed to be?
Oh...
Walter.
Walter...
The old and broken weapons.
Okay. Observe the stone tablet. A stone tablet that stands there quietly. A few people's names and deeds have been inscribed upon it. Well, dude, who wanted to uphold the legacy of the Marechaussee Hunters, what did you think the treasure of the Marechaussee? Did you... Because if you really thought it was Mora, what would be the life lesson you learned from it being Mora? The life lesson is obviously going to be something more deep than just Mora.
So, how are you doing? Feeling any better?
What just happened?
Do you remember how you got here? Or what happened to your body just now?
So he was possessed by something.
I remember now. I brought you here because I wanted
He was possessed by something, but
the
what?
explosives in the cave!
You mean these?
Huh? How did you...
I could
You
tell
had a
something was
blackout.
off the moment I stepped into this cave, so I kept an eye out. I've already dismantled the whole thing.
So the strongest champion duelist in all of Fontaine saved the day once again. Guess I shouldn't be surprised.
Yeah,
It
I'm
would seem your
confused.
skills as
Explain
a
what's up with
Marechaussee
you,
hunter
man.
are as sharp as ever.
I deserve some answers, don't you think? Tell me why you wanted to lure me here. Everything you said earlier sounded like the truth. Luckily, your monologue was dramatic enough to convince my friends you were just role-playing.
I don't know.
And not only that, you
just
didn't,
always
you
felt
didn't
like there
even
was
question
something
the
in
fact
my
that they
heart
still
that
thought that
didn't
they were still
belong to me.
role-playing.
Something agitated and angry. Who knows? Maybe it was my own anger all along. I could never really tell. The feelings about my father and the other Marechaussee hunters are real. It just wasn't fair. I was angry, bitter that no one remembered them or praised their accomplishments. I don't know when it started, but at some point, my anger came to completely consume me. At that point, I remembered the legend my father used to tell me. The one about the treasure.
But if the treasure was all you cared about, why plant all those explosives? Wouldn't they just destroy the treasure and bury you along with it?
I can't remember. My head's
Yeah,
a mess.
you were very clearly
It
possessed.
felt like
So
there was
if
this
you don't know how that
voice telling me
happened,
to
you might be in big trouble.
eliminate the hunters, but now it's gone.
From your description, I suspect you were dealing with a devorator.
Oh, apparently.
Devorator?
Apparently she knows.
Your master, your father, I mean, never talked about it? It was a kind of monster that was active several centuries ago.
No, I've heard of it. I'm just not sure why you suddenly... Wait, it can't be. The seal!
The seal?
Okay, put your information together.
My family has served as Marechaussee hunters for many generations. But the title and swordsmanship weren't the only things passed down over our line. There was a seal as well. My father instructed me to always watch over that seal and maintain it regularly. He said it had been passed down over a truly ancient age, and protecting it was our clan's most important duty. But I neglected that duty after he died. I finally decided to come down and check on it one day.
Oh,
And that's where my memories become fuzzy.
so you got possessed by whatever monster was waiting
The
behind the
devorator
door.
would be a formidable adversary for any mortal being, even ones as capable as the hunters. If you lacked the power to completely destroy it, you could easily fall prey to its influence and corruption. In light of this, some Marechaussee hunters chose to seal the devorator away, in the hopes that a permanent solution would come with the passage of time.
I heard it
Okay.
has the power to amplify
So,
the
has the
obsessions and
passage of time
desires in
passed
people's hearts,
Time
to the
enough
point
for
where
a
they
solution
overtake you
to
entirely.
happen.
It would seem I'm not just lacking in skill with a blade, but in mental fortitude as well.
And yet, you were able to retrieve 3 of the 4 keys. If I remember correctly, each was entrusted to a respected and capable hunter.
Yeah.
How did you manage it?
I'm assuming you had one, but how'd you get the other 2? Like, how'd you convince them to?
One of them belonged to my father.
Yeah.
The second I stole from a different hunter. And the third... was one that I snatched while the person was on the way home from the tavern. I nearly died in that alley.
Wow.
I know
was it
just
that
how strong you are.
serious that you
It's as
needed
clear
to
as day to everyone in Fontaine.
steal it instead of,
I've served
using
you
those
from dusk to
charisma
dawn, but
skills
could
to
never
try
find
to
any
convince them
opportunity
to give it
sneak
up?
on you. I never even saw you drink a single glass of liquor. The only way I could think to obtain that last key was to lure you here using your hobby, and then... Oh, I get it now. That monster, it wanted to bury you here alongside the treasure.
And you too, buddy, so...
I won't comment on anything else. But the script was good.
Yeah, script was so good.
Well, I did pour my heart and soul into it. The stories my father used to tell me about the glory of the heroic Marashose hunters and how they came to be forgotten.
It's more than just a story.
I will say then that the Marashose hunters of old did not do much to preserve their legacy. Because if you think about it really, everyone is forgotten after time. And the reason why we remember things from the past is because there have been purposeful steps taken to remember those things. As well as now in the present day, a lot of steps to correct injustices of what has been forgotten over time. But if the Marashose hunters were as heroic and deserving of recognition, even in the modern era, as they are, I wouldn't necessarily... I mean, okay, to be clear, I'm not putting all the blame on the Marashose hunters themselves, but to think that there's no monuments of them or museums of their history, or that's not taught in schools kind of thing. If the Marashose hunters in the present day wanted to do something to restore that legacy, I mean, you don't have to live in anger about it. There are things you can do to have this history still be remembered in the public. You just gotta do something more than just do all these shady things and try to go for this treasure. There's better uses of your time for correcting this, rather than just being... But of course, you know, he was possessed by was it a divinator? So maybe that was part of the problem. But anyway.
Huh?
You're proud to be a hunter. You're still holding onto that part of yourself, no matter how small.
I have done so many despicable things. I have nothing to be proud of.
Then explain the purpose of the evil sorcerer in your story.
Huh?
Isn't he the true antagonist? The one who sought nothing but his own gain, and used the people as pawns to attain it? In your heart of hearts,
is the evil sorcerer the
one you
divinator,
truly
actually?
wanted
He
to defeat.
subconsciously wrote that into the plot?
But I've already tainted my sword. I no longer have any right to...
Wake up, Florian. Remember how you introduced yourself earlier. Do you really think the hunters acted out of a desire for honor and glory? Or to be loved and acknowledged by the people? What did your father teach you about our order?
I guess that's also true. Is, you know, only hearing about this from Florian, I would have thought maybe that they were out for honor and glory. But from everything we've known about their history, is that they just wanted to do the right thing and, you know, stave off evil. And whether or not they were recognized for it was probably a secondary concern over the safety of the people. The glitchy water.
You do not wield your sword for yourself, but to protect those you serve. There's nothing special about a blade. It's the intentions of the wielder that matter above all else.
Yeah,
Do you still not understand? Even after seeing the treasure for yourself? The contents of that room, they represent the true legacy the hunters left behind.
Exactly. It's exactly his Kung Fu Panda
Right.
moment.
I am a Marashose hunter. It's time for me to redeem, to finally serve the people I vowed to protect all along.
There you go.
I wouldn't be so quick to push aside the need for redemption.
I know. That's a charge I won't bother to defend myself against.
Good. Then, come with me. And help me see the script through to the end.
Huh? See the script through to the end? But there's no more script left.
Never finished it, huh?
I guess
No, I mean, I
Dungeon
wrote the
Master
script with the sole
is
purpose of luring you all
going
here.
to now have
There was
to
no reason
improvise
write
the rest
beyond
of
this
it.
point.
Then we'll just have to keep writing it. The evil sorcerer still needs to be defeated.
You mean the Devorator? Are you saying I have to make up the rest of the script as we go along?
Yeah, dude. Look, you weren't prepared to do this. This you didn't even consider this would be an outcome that you might actually have to improv the rest of the story. Come on now.
Is that really so hard? You've already written most of it. Surely you can write an ending where the hunters win and justice prevails. I'll be there to help you too.
You aren't afraid your party will fall into danger?
No,
I know what my friends are capable of, and they're all quite skilled. Besides, I need their help.
Then, are you going to tell them the truth about all this?
Nah, she was just straight for a reason.
I don't intend to spoil the fun. Sometimes protecting dreams and
Yeah.
fantasies is more
Everyone's
important
gonna
than
have a
exposing
good
the
time
truth.
with this.
Don't you think?
Yeah. Well, it's good that she kept up the script, because now we're gonna have to continue it. Yeah. But now we understand it's such an immersive D&D experience because it was a real thing all along.
They're back!
Hello.
That took a while.
Oh, now his eyes.
My fellow
Now his
Marashose
eyes aren't
hunters,
pink.
please
Now
forgive
I
me,
understand
for I
because
have
he's
sinned.
possessed. I was like wondering why he had unnaturally pink eyes.
Tone it down.
Sorry. After crossing swords with you and witnessing your courage in battle, I've rediscovered my true self and regained my pride as a Marashose hunter.
Great, love to hear it, dude.
Do I smell a redemption arc?
I do
I
indeed.
confess, I was brainwased by the evil sorcerer.
That's
He asked
right.
me
Oh,
to
that's
lure you here
perfect.
so he could
See,
bury
you
you in
already
this
laid the
cave.
groundwork in the story that everything.
Wait, you're saying all of that wasn't you, but the evil sorcerer?
That's right. He's adept at manipulating the hearts and minds of the people. I fell under his influence because I did not possess a strong enough
That's
sense
great,
of will.
dude. Self-awareness is the first step to solving the problem.
And how are you going to prove that you're a changed man? We're not going to fall for the same trap twice.
To be perfectly honest, I only came to my senses after seeing the treasure. It reminded me of my father's past teachings. The treasure was actually...
The names of all the Marashose hunters from ages past and their weapons?
Wait, you already know?
Yeah, they were reading the tablet the whole
course.
time.
Don't underestimate a veteran role player's exploration skills.
Yeah, they already were
wait,
just
I mean,
reading the whole thing.
Marashose hunter Navia's exploration skills.
We just finished reading through the content of the stone tablet.
That tablet recorded the lives of some fascinating people. For example, this Marashose hunter called Est. She inherited the responsibilities of the Golden Hunter.
I
and
feel like
passed
where
judgment
have
on
we
many
heard the name
people.
S before?
But in private, she had a very easygoing personality. Her favorite pastime was singing and dancing with her friends, and she was said to have a beautiful voice.
Oh, like
So-
you, Farina.
She was just like you.
Oh, you really think so?
You have a
Well,
beautiful
when you
voice.
put it that way, I suppose I also have a few things in common with this Walter. Working as an executioner, he supposedly used a countless number of tricks to confound his enemies in battle. Oh, if only I could have seen the feats of magic he pulled
Yeah,
off back then.
executioner part.
Their lives were all so exciting. You could write so many cool books about their accomplishments. How could they have all been
I
forgotten?
know, right? That's why I really think this Florian guy, for his redemption, do what most people will do in the situation of trying to stop something from being forgotten. Make sure people remember it. No, don't just sit there being bitter about the fact that people forgot. Do something about it.
Because they chose to be.
Yes.
To hunt monsters that only appear in the shadows, you must also operate in the dark. To be a Marashose hunter is to willingly give up on wealth and fame.
Yeah. But it's been ages since they all lived. And it's not uncommon for... Like, think about, like, say, like... Bach, the composer, was not famous or well-known in his lifetime. He was only celebrated long after his death and when his works were rediscovered. So... That's the thing, is whether or not they chose to be humble or not, or just that was their circumstances at the time. if you think that they deserve to be remembered, the people in the present get to choose how the history is remembered now. So that's up to you to decide.
Then this stone tablet must have been left behind by their companions.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if these were etched into
That's
stone,
right. Few
must have been
Marechaussee
really
hunters
important.
ever revealed their identity to the public. They always protected the city from the shadows. The only time they spoke of their accomplishments would be at night, when they gathered with their fellow hunters in front of the bonfire to share stories of the monsters slain by their hand.
So, this tablet was created not so that the hunters would be remembered by the people, but so that they would be remembered by each other.
I see.
No wonder this place was so well hidden.
You regard the stone tablet in solemn silence. The names of your comrades etched onto its surface serve as a reminder that you are never truly alone. The tablet proves that, although a hunter walks a shrouded path, it is not a solitary one. There will always be those who walk beside you, a fact that remains as true today as in ages long past.
Oh, beautiful
Their
moral to the
legacies shall
story.
continue to be passed down,
Even though this is
from
all
generation
improv,
to
everything's coming
generation,
together so nicely.
as everlasting as the stone onto which their names are carved.
Father, you once told me that I should seek out the treasure if I ever became lost. So this is what you wanted me to find.
No, I understand. I've decided to trust you. I'd like to do an insight check on him. No, I trust him.
Thank you, my friend.
Let's
You are
skip
very
the
kind.
insight check.
I implore you, everyone, please give me a chance to make up for all I've done. Allow me to fight alongside you and defeat the evil sorcerer that threatens the peace and prosperity of everyone in this kingdom.
Well,
yeah.
I say we let you join.
Let's
Sounds
end
good
this
to
now.
me too. Everyone makes mistakes. What matters is what you do to make up for them.
Exactly.
I have no objections, but Mr. Florian, do you even know how to defeat the evil sorcerer?
When he took over my mind, I gained some insight into his thoughts. Every time I thought of the treasure, he reacted with a strong sense of fear.
Huh?
Huh?
He's afraid of the treasure? But there's nothing here except some broken weapons and the stone tablet.
What if the secret's hidden inside these weapons? GM, permission to investigate.
Well, what happens if we fail? What happens if we fail? Are we even allowed to fail? Something tells me even though we do these objective checks, we're not actually allowed to fail because that'll be too hard for them to program into this.
At
For-
first glance, the
For
weapons
a
appear
very slim
absolutely
possibility
ordinary.
of it happening.
But as you observe them, you notice a faint energy emanating from within. These blades have slain countless monsters. Though it's been a long time since they were used in battle, their edges remain sharp, as if they're simply waiting for the next worthy hunter to carry on their legacy.
Whoa.
So basically, take these with us, right?
I'll
Yeah.
take this weapon, since it used to belong to Est. Maybe it'll find comfort in being held by someone who appreciates the arts.
Good idea. I'll take Mr. Walter's bow then. From one archer magician to another.
Yay! The parallels are insane.
Paimon's gonna pick a cool weapon too!
Can you lift it though? They're all pretty big compared to Paimon.
As you grip your weapons, you can almost feel the will of past hunters coursing through your being. It's a feeling of courage, determination, a silent vow passed down from generation to generation that says, eradicate the monsters, no matter the cost.
Mr. Florian, do you know where to find the evil sorcerer?
I was able to see his surroundings when our minds were connected. I believe he's currently hiding out at the church in the kingdom. We must
Basement
be
in my
extremely
house.
careful. He's spent so
You
long
had this
living
scary
among monsters
monster
that he's
hanging
now
out.
taken the
I mean, I
form
guess
of
that was
one.
the whole thing. Is his
He will not
father
be
tasked
easily
him with
defeated.
checking in on
Then
the
why don't
sealed
we explore
monster
some more and
every
try to
now and
find some
then.
higher
So,
level gear?
but he's just been in the
You weren't
basement of your
just fighting
house.
the moves, right?
Oh,
No, I'm sure we're fine.
no. We have to strike now. He was greatly weakened when I managed to break out of his control.
Yeah.
If we let him rest,
Yeah, let's
he might have
wrap
time
this
to
up.
escape.
I agree with Mr. Florian. We've got to act while we have the advantage. Don't forget, the people of the capital are counting on us.
Yeah, now that we've got a plan, there's no point in waiting. The longer this drags on, the worse it will be for everybody.
Yes, that's what's called.
Taking the initiative.
Yes, that's exactly right.
Yeah, that's what he meant to say.
You've persuaded Paimon.
Yeah.
Mr. Florian, please,
Was
lead the way.
persuasion one of your skills?
Of course. Follow me.
He had to set up so many scenes today, and now he has to join in for this last part.
Oh, I'm sure he had
I
some
really don't envy his
helpers set
job.
up the scenes, you know?
Finally, you decide to slay the evil sorcerer and bring peace back to the kingdom once and for all. As you walk away, you feel the gaze of the stone tablet at your back, as if all the hunters of the past are wishing you success in the battle ahead and awaiting your triumphant return.
Yay. Alright, buried honor. Right. Go to the church in the capital. Oh, his house. Alright. We're all gonna be like, dude, you set up the set even in your own house? That's dedication, man. Is this his house? I swear there's another NPC
Finally,
that lived
you
here.
arrive at the church Florian described. As you approach, an ominous aura surrounds you. You get the sense that your enemy is close at hand.
How strange. This uneasy feeling seems so real. How did they manage that?
I know, it's so
Now,
real.
It is
so
time
immersive.
for the final battle.
This is awesome.
Let's go.
I love how this was like that. Even the traveler and all of the friends like
Florian, wait.
are still
What's
have
wrong?
no idea.
I think you should wait outside. You've already been corrupted by the Devorator once. It could easily re-enter your mind and take control of your body. I don't think it's a good idea for you to be this close. If it corrupts you again, it's possible you might take on a new form entirely.
Is that what it
That's
does?
exactly why I have to go. Why I should be at the very front.
You mean...
Yes. I intend to lure it into my body.
That's too risky. If things get out of hand, I might have to kill you. Do you understand how dangerous this is?
I understand, but if I do this, you'll have a clear and visible target. The Devorator will have a hard time passing up a chance to enter a body it knows how to control. You won't have to worry about any of your friends being taken over. You're not like me, Miss Clorinde. You're a just and powerful Marachose hunter. The monster broke free due to my error. It's only right that I shoulder the responsibility for its destruction. This is something that I have to do. Consider it a duel to restore my honor. My only request is that you give it your all.
I understand. Then, as a champion duelist, I hereby accept your request for a duel, and extend to you my most sincere regards.
Thank you.
The battle is now upon us. Let the Devorator once again tremble under the blade of the Marachose hunters.
Yeah, I mean, I can't say I endorse that, but I know it's something he feels he has to do to make up for what he's done, and played it right into Clorinde's rules. Whoa, such a realistic monster. It's actually in the church. Uh-oh. Oh no, he actually did change form!
So lifelike.
Ah, the buddies! It's a little solitaire. That's That's so cool that she actually brings up the song Solitaire in canon. Uh-oh. Go, 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 everyone!
Why is nothing working?
This foe is not invincible. You hold the treasure. The power to defeat it in your own 2 hands.
The treasure? You mean... the names. It's the Marshose Hunters' names.
How are we supposed to...
You forget, Paimon? There's still one skill we saved until the very
Oh,
end.
summon!
Hunters fight not for fame, but to aid the people whenever they are summoned.
Walter the Marashose Hunter, master of 1,000 tricks, executioner of the Phantom Hunters. I call for aid!
Whoa, wait a minute.
The Marshose Hunter.
Wait, they're actually summoning them? That's so
Cassiodore's
cool.
will. Judge of the Shadow Hunters. Answer my call!
Petronia, protector of justice and order. The hunter I respect the most. Thank you for
sword.
saving my friend, the best one I'll ever know. Please, lend us your strength.
Oh.
We have come
And then she
to
takes,
answer your summons.
she takes Petronia's place. Whoa! Hold on, is this actual magic or how are they appearing?
And so, the monsters were eradicated, and the sorcerer was defeated. Peace soon returned
What
to the
just
capital.
happened? What just
Those in
happened?
the court, manipulated by the sorcerer, also recognized the
Just
errors
like that,
of
they
their
were
ways.
unpossessed.
Some remembered the names of the heroes who saved their kingdom, but others simply continued their lives none the wiser. Such is the story of the Marashose Hunters. They pursue the phantoms in the darkness and exterminate all who pose a threat. They will always protect the city and those within it, even should all memory of their accomplishments be forgotten
Oh, his
by
dead
the very
body's just
people
lying
they
there.
serve.
I am assuming we've
Yeah.
finally reached the
None
end
of
the
you look
script.
too closely to see his dead body there.
Yes, you've reached one of the better endings.
Oh, that's
It's a pretty
good.
solid story overall. I thought it was just an ordinary adventure at first, but the further we got into it, the more impressed I became with the production and the plot.
Yeah.
That final battle especially. All the effects were super
And the not
realistic.
taking damage thing too. That was like so
Right,
lifelike.
Yeah, totally. Huh.
Ah, that's a really good point. I never expected the weapons we picked up from that vault would have that kind of effect.
Yeah, what was that all about? Because clearly if none of this was scripted, how did they appear? Was that supposed to be metaphorical, like the spirit of the hunters is with us, or did they actually appear and fight alongside us?
Yeah, mine nearly scared the daylights out of me when it started glowing. I took a good look at it after we got out, but I don't think it ever lit up again. Oh, we should probably give these props back, right? I'll just leave mine here.
Yeah.
Did you have a good time?
Of course. Let me know if another script like this comes around.
Yeah, it was fun.
No problem.
Then I'll head back for now. I think I need some time to
No one
fully
questioning the
digest
dead
everything that
body
just
just lying
happened.
beside Clorinde.
Once Mr. Florian is awake, please pass on my regards to him. He must be extremely exhausted to have passed out
Oh, he's still
cold like that.
breathing.
You're right. He's had a lot to deal with.
Maybe he's still alive.
Well, see you all some other time. Toodaloo!
Toodaloo.
Okay, so, can I ask now?
I think it should be
Yeah.
fine. Yeah,
Yeah, these two
What
clearly
in the
put two and two
world
together.
was going on back there?
So you saw through all of that?
Well, yeah. It's kind of obvious.
That time in the cave when you told us to close our eyes, it'd be weirder if we didn't notice anything.
I was dying of curiosity the entire time. I mean, you did a pretty bang-up job of pretending nothing had gone wrong. Farina actually looked like she thought all of it was planned.
Yeah, she
Guess
did.
none of us wanted to be the one to break the illusion.
And everyone played along into this. Maybe Paimon also doesn't understand.
What are you
Yeah,
talking about?
I'm thinking. I was just playing along too. Yeah, but Paimon.
Oh, wait. Don't tell me Paimon never... No, this is all my fault. It's not
No,
too late to
Paimon's
cover your
innocent
ears.
like Farina
Here,
is.
Paimon, I'll do it for you.
Bit late for that, don't you think?
You're saying everything that happened back there wasn't actually part of the script?
Nope, not at all.
It's probably more accurate to say this was never a real scripted story to begin with.
What?
Well, that's not entirely true.
Wow.
He's alive! He's not dead! I thought he was gonna die. But I guess most of the time...
You! Get up right now and explain yourself!
Paimon! That's right, explain yourself! Explain that stupid expression! Explain it!
No shaking, please!
But I was gonna say,
Oh, my head.
most of the time when Clorinde duels with someone, she duels until they yield, not until they die. So, that's good. He didn't die. Florian explains the truth to everyone.
Did Paimon just hear that right? You guys made up that whole last part on the spot?
Yes, sir?
It's not nice to lie to people, but Paimon's gotta admit, that was a really good story, Florian. Oh, and nice improvisation, Clorinde!
Yeah, it was like watching a magician improvise a spectacular magic trick after
I'm glad
forgetting an
some they.
important
I'm
prop.
glad they get to know at the end.
If something was wrong with that vault, she would have floated straight in the opposite direction.
Everything was under control.
Sure,
As
yeah.
if you've ever described a situation as being out of control. I'm pretty sure any situation you consider to be easy to handle would scare a reasonable person half to death.
Yeah.
Guess I'm just used to it.
You must run into a lot of unexpected situations then. That explains why you're so good at coming up with things on the spot.
As for you, Florian,
I know there's no excuse for what I did. I'll turn myself into the guards at once, confess my crimes, and accept any punishment that
Right.
comes my
We don't
way.
need to do a duel again.
I
We already
would
did
say
that.
you've already suffered more than enough.
Yeah, that's true.
What?
I think he's already
You may
defended
have
his
been
honor.
blinded by fame and fortune in the beginning, but your actions during the final battle had proven you to be a true
And
Marashose
you
hunter.
lived, which we weren't expecting.
You'll be far
So
more
go
used to
make
the city
something of
above
your
ground
life
than
now.
below. Your job as a hunter is more important.
But
Of course, you'll still need to take the keys and pay a personal visit to the two hunters you
Yeah.
wronged. Prepare to accept any terms they give you as well.
yes, of course.
As far as I'm concerned, though, your showing in the duel was enough to prove your
Yeah.
honor.
Then I'll do exactly as you said. I'll go return those 2 keys right now.
Yeah, and since you went and unlocked the vault without anyone's permission, go tell them that they can go check out the vault too if they want.
Thank you so much, everyone. I'll do my best to prove myself worthy of the second chance you've given me. I swear this on my name and honor as a Marashose hunter. Until we meet again, everyone.
Thanks, you too. He makes it the basement shortly after Florian. Just had a monster in the basement of his house.
Speaking of Marashose hunters, what should we do about the treasure in that cave?
Well, we should probably just
Leave
leave
it
it.
be.
Yeah.
Are you sure? We could show it to people, make it so that the hunters are remembered. Don't you want that?
Yeah, but I don't think they meant... First of all, they're probably going to say that the hunters didn't want to be remembered and we should respect that, which I agree with. But at the same time, it is, I think, the responsibility of modern people to make that choice. And as with the example I gave earlier, if modern people want to celebrate and remember their lives, I think that should also be respected too, because they did honorable things. But I think the purpose of the vault was more of like it's like reading the contents of somebody's personal diary to the world. I think that specifically they never meant for anyone else to see.
No. Every name on that tablet made the same choice. All hunters know what the path entails. I am no exception. My identity as a Marashosei hunter is not something I need people to remember. I wish only to be recognized as a champion duelist. Nothing more.
That's certainly very different from the path of a magician.
Yeah,
Still,
very flashy.
I admire your decision.
Out in the open.
Wait, Paimon just remembered something.
He's flashy and out in the open, but does all the clandestine stuff in the
Why
background.
did our weapons begin to glow during the battle?
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering.
That's because the Marashosei hunters of ages past would often imbue their weapons with special enchantments to suppress the monsters. Whenever a monster was nearby, their weapons would start to glow.
Oh, so that's why they had an effect on that guy near the end. I really thought the summons
I
were doing
know,
all the
everything
work.
was scripted so well.
I'm sure the summons
The
were a part of
summons.
it too.
The
Oh?
summons spell
How
was
so?
so a part of it.
This particular devorator probably hailed from the same era as the hunters we saw in the room. The names you recited all belonged to the bravest hunters. Countless monsters fell to their blades. That's likely why the devorator visibly reacted when you said them out loud.
So the
Whoa.
names held the power all
Yeah,
along.
they were remembered.
Uh,
See?
Navia. Everything you said during your summon.
Huh? Oh, I meant what I said. I mean, it was true to my character,
Yeah.
so yeah.
Best friend.
Glad you heard it.
And I'm
Just
glad they
don't
get to
make
be
me
best friends
repeat
again.
myself.
After everything that's happened,
It's
they get to be
embarrassing.
best friends still.
I really appreciated those words.
All right. Don't get all sentimental on me. Anyway, let's not talk about that anymore. I'm going to go on ahead. Don't fall too far behind now.
Alright.
She ran off.
I should probably head back as well.
All
This
well
story
that
was
ends well.
truly incredible. I might have to spend the whole night telling my siblings all about it.
Alright, well, you go do that, because I'm sure they will love it. See you later, Linny.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye. And you, Clorinde?
Traveler. Should your name and deeds be forgotten, what do you think the significance of your journey will be?
Oh, hitting me, throwing the question towards me.
I suppose the significance would be the journey itself and the world we helped create. There's still value in the time I shared with everyone here, in the things we were able to accomplish, even if no one remembers them.
A great
Wow,
answer. I'll remember it.
That's so deep. What would your answer be, Clorinde?
The Marashosei hunter says nothing in response to that question. Perhaps her answer lies in her silence. An unspoken vow left to echo through the night. The path she walks needs
Oh,
no
that's why
explanation.
it's called Silent Night. There we go. Yeah, it was very deep at the end there. That it's the journey is worth doing. The impact that's the thing is sometimes we forget that our lives hold meaning even if we seem like such an insignificant speck in the universe. That you being there changed the trajectory of your life, someone else's life. You being there changed the whole world, if you really think about it. And so you are the most important thing in the world, even if you were but a tiny speck in it, all the same. Yeah, good story quest. Back at Elenis. I like that. Let's take a look at this, character album. Oh, so we can look at the cool artworks now. Oh, that's nice. That's awesome. Alright. Well, one story quest down. 10 more to go. But that was nice. I can't wait to get to do some more. So, thank you all for watching. And I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.